You can get up to $3 million worth of coverage through Ethos.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/radio.
Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
And we're out. Back in 60.
Hey, what are you eating?
Chimichurri filet mignon. It's a Factor meal.
Oh, nice. Wait, they let you eat like that in the pros?
Oh, they insist on it. A pro's work starts on the plate.
Oh, man, that does look good. Let me have a taste?
Get your own.
All right. Where do I find this? Is it factormeals.com?
Yep, and they've got a deal going on.
Oh, love a deal. I am so in.
Smart move. Pro move.
All right. Factor. Eat like a pro.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You sort through tons of resumes and you get too many so-so applicants. You're just waiting for someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now, there's a place where you can meet them fast. ZipRecruiter.
Need to hire right away. Start your search for strong candidates. The right fit awaits. Build your team. Build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. And you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
What's up, Kansas City? It's Nick Bolton. Tune in on game days to hear the play-by-play with Mitch, Danon, and Clean on your home for Chiefs football, 96.5 The Fan.
KFNZ FM and AM, HD1 and HD2 Kansas City, an Odyssey sports station. Welcome into The Drive with Carrington Harrison on your home for Chiefs football.
Touchdown, Kansas City!
And your home for Royals baseball.
Fastball hit high in the air, deep left field, way gone into the bleachers. A 2-run homer for Bobby Witt Jr.
Watch The Drive by subscribing on our YouTube channel or listen on demand with the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
This show is always going to stand on principles. Dippin' Dots are incredible. Red Lobster is the best restaurant that America has to offer, and baked beans are trash.
You're listening to Kansas City's FM sports station, 96.5 The Fan. Here's C-Dot.
Let's do this. Another day, another dollar, another edition of The Drive. And boy, do we have a very, very busy show planned today. I'm sure by now you have heard of the news. It is all but a done deal. The Kansas City Chiefs have agreed to move to the state of Kansas to build a brand new stadium. We have a press conference scheduled at 3 o'clock where I believe the governor of Kansas is going to speak. I would imagine the Chiefs are also going to release some type of statement. We will go to that live at 3 o'clock. I can't really confirm anything else right now. There's a lot of things that are moving. There's a lot of parts right now. There's a lot of things I'm being told that I can't officially announce until the state of Kansas makes an official announcement at 3 o'clock. So trust me, there's a lot of stuff that is in the cooker for right now. Just bear with me here. 913-586-7965. We will be covering this in its entirety the entire day. Before we get to it, I need you guys to do me a couple of favors. Number one, I need you listening to The Drive each day at 2 o'clock. Number two, I need you to tell one friend to check out the show. Number three, happy holidays. And remember that the open of the show is brought to you by our good friends over at The Other Place with 5 locations around town. We got a great Monday Night Football game coming up later today between Indianapolis and San Francisco. Why don't you go watch Phillip Rivers with our friends over at The Other Place? I do want to take phone calls today. I do want to read your text. I do want to hear what you guys think. I do want to hear how you guys feel about the news. This is where I would like to start. On days like today, I very rarely try to listen to the other sports talk shows. I am busy trying to form my own thoughts and my own opinions and get in my own head about what I think is important and what we should talk about on our show. But as you walk into our office, sometimes they have music playing, sometimes they have different news talk, whatever it is. Today, our station was on in the lobby radio. So I'm entering the building and I'm walking up the stairs, and Alex is talking to a caller. And in the phone call, Alex and the caller are going back and forth about the stadium not being in Kansas City anymore and that this upsets the caller. And Alex was pushing back, I would say, with great reason. But I think we know that sports fans are not very reasonable people when it comes to matters of the heart and emotion. And this is something that I would tell Alex directly, and I think Alex knows this is, I think it is incredibly difficult to understand how a Missouri person feels if you're from Kansas today. Every Missouri person that is listening to the show has been in this conversation multiple times in your life. You go out of town, and somebody recognizes that you are from Kansas City. Maybe you have a bag, a hat, a shirt, whatever it is. That person says, are you from Missouri or Kansas? Or they ask if you are from Missouri or Kansas. And if you are from Missouri, it is almost offensive that they have asked you this question before, because all of us take great pride in where we are from. We take great pride in our own community. And for a lot of Missouri people, they take great pride in they are not where some of you are from. That we are from Missouri, and we are proud to be from Missouri. And one of the identifying factors when people from outside this area ask you this question is, well, the Chiefs play on the Missouri side, or the Royals play on the Missouri side. That has always been a point of pride. It is a part of identification. They are a part of our community. And the fact that the Chiefs are leaving that community causes an identity crisis. Now, in theory, we are not talking about the Chiefs like they have moved away to some far off land. This is not Pride Rock from The Lion King. They are moving down the street. You've been to this part of town dozens of times. Have you ever been to a Sporting Kansas City game? Well, then you know where the Chiefs are going. Have you been to a NASCAR event? Have you gone out to the Legends to go Christmas shopping? Have you gone to the movie theater out there before? Have you gone to a festival? It's not like this is some foreign, brand new part of the city. But if you live in Missouri, it is not ours. We don't see it that way. It's yours, even though technically it's all of ours. I live in downtown Kansas City. I have always spent my adult life working in Kansas. I have never worked a day of my life in the state of Missouri. So we all go from here, we go there, you come over here, we come over there. This is all one giant community. And you are no less from Kansas City if you are from Olathe or Gardner or Grandview or Raytown. We are all part of one big community. But I think what Alex misses in this is someone who was born in Kansas and went to the University of Kansas. And what I think a lot of Kansas people are missing today is that part of your identity, part of who you are, was taken away from you today. Yes, it's stupid. Yes, it's petty. But that is how a lot of Missouri people feel today. How I identify myself, who I am, where I come from, has been taken. One of the joys, if you ever drive to St. Louis or you drive to a Mizzou game, Columbia, and that part, and you are starting to drive back into the city, there are certain identifying marks that let you know that you are home. One of those identifying marks is when you drive past Independence Center, and then you also know that another one of those identifying marks is the Truman Sports Complex. That's home for us, and our home is changing. Our community is changing. There's a certain level of comfort that you get for, we have never had this conversation before. Those stadiums have always been there. They have always been a landmark, an identifiable place of where some of us live. That is changing. For some people, forever it is changing. There's certainly going to be a group of people that are not going over there because it's in Kansas. I'm not one of those people. I mean, I got a job to do. It doesn't really bother me one way or the other. But there is certainly a group of people that feel betrayed in all of this. And those people matter just as much as the people who are really excited today that finally their home is gaining one of the best neighbors that you can possibly have. Kansas, that is a relatively small state. And the further and further you get away from Kansas City, let's be real, there's not a lot going on in the state of Kansas. Like once you get outside of KC-Mo proper, ain't really popping over there in Kansas. They got an NFL team today, right in their backyard. Some of you will now, who have made a 30, 45-minute drive over to the stadiums, now got to make a 5, 10-minute drive. This is a substantial way for the way that all of us live and maneuver in this city and what binds us as a community. So I don't want to come on here and spin it like today is some terrible day. I don't think it's a terrible day. At some point, Kansas City is going to host a Super Bowl. At some point, I believe that Kansas City is going to host the Final Four again. And I'm not talking about back in the day Municipal Auditorium. I'm talking about in a brand new shiny stadium. I think the Chiefs are about to build a football palace in Kansas with our money, but they are about to build a football palace. Today is not the worst thing that could possibly happen, but I do want to be mindful, and I think it is very important to hear from the people that this is how you identify yourself when you go out of town. This is who you are. It has always been this way, and we are disturbing the ecosystem of how we maneuver as people who live in the state of Missouri. I do want to take you guys' phone calls, 913-586-7965. We will have some pockets to take some calls. After 3 o'clock, I don't really know what's going to happen after 3 o'clock. This person's scheduled to call in. This person's going to call in if the press conference goes this way. Today is not really a day on which I have a whole lot of plan because I have no clue what's going to happen in today's show. But all I know is I expect at 3 o'clock, I expect the governor of Kansas standing there with the owner of the Kansas City Chiefs to make an announcement that the Chiefs are going to build a state-of-the-art stadium out by Kansas Speedway. We'll take your phone calls. I'll keep yapping. It's The Drive.
The Drive with Carrington Harrison. Watch the show on YouTube by subscribing to the 965 YouTube channel. The Drive, brought to you by DM Entry Law. Have you or a loved one been in a car wreck? Contact DM Entry Law today and get the money you deserve. Car wreck? Remember, Mike's got this. 96.5, The Fan.
'Tis the season to be boosting on FanDuel because this year you're getting 7 straight days of holiday rewards, each one waiting in the app for you to unwrap. Every day brings a new way to play, so keep checking in to see what dropped next. And it all leads to the Christmas Day special, where you get something extra special. 7 days of gifts, one big finale. Your holiday football just got a whole lot brighter. So head over to FanDuel.com, use my promo code KFNZ, and get into the holiday spirit. Every day brings a new way to play, so keep checking in to see what dropped next. FanDuel, play your game. FanDuel is the official sportsbook partner of 96.5 The Fan. 21 and present in Kansas. Opt-in required. Rewards are non-withdrawable. Restrictions apply, including bonus and token expiration, leg requirements, and max wager amounts. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. FanDuel is offering online sports wagering in Kansas under agreement with Kansas Casino LLC. Gambling problem? Get out with your best bet. Call 1-800-522-4700. Visit kansasgamblinghelp.com.
Wealth Management has helped families and businesses make smart financial decisions that stand the test of time. From personalized investment plans to tax strategies that work for you, we take a big picture approach, connecting you with the right experts to help protect what you've built and plan for what's next. BC Wealth Management, here for every chapter of your financial story.
Men, it's the holidays, the season of all kinds of hustle and bustle. But if your energy is down, if you aren't sleeping well, if your sex drive is MIA and you just don't feel like the guy you once were, maybe it's tough to get excited for all the holiday cheer. This is Jeff for Heartland Men's Health, and if this sounds like you may have low testosterone. And if so, this is the season for you to get treated. At Heartland Men's Health, we're experts in treating low T. If you're like most guys, you'll feel the change in just a few weeks. And truly, the results can be life-changing. You'll have improved mental clarity, your energy will kick up, your workouts will be better, your sleep patterns will improve, and your sex drive will likely heat up as well. So call us, and don't go through another season with low T. Your initial visit is only $99 and includes blood work, a medical consult, and if you start on testosterone the day of your appointment, your visit is free. Call 844-447-6600 or go to heartlandmenshealth.com. That's heartlandmenshealth.com. We have 3 offices: Overland Park, Independence, and North Kansas City.
Are you in need of top quality metal for your next project? Look no further than Metal by the Foot. Whether you're a DIY enthusiast, contractor, or business owner, Metal by the Foot has the perfect solution for you. Steel, aluminum, brass, and stainless. The Foot. Blue Demon Welding Supplies, filler rods, and wire. The Foot. Bronius Professional Welding Equipment, service and repairs. The Foot. Located in KC and Topeka. Online at metalbythefoot.com. When you need a piece of metal, remember, metal doesn't have to cost an arm or a leg, just the foot.
Extra, extra, read all about it.
The Fed just cut interest rates again, and that means now is the time to refinance with Golden Oak Lending. Lower rates mean lower payments, and our customers are saving hundreds every month. Plus, you can make no payments until next year. And if your loan doesn't close, we'll pay for your appraisal. Call 913-890-GOLD today and start saving.
Golden Oak Landing, cured my blues.
NMLS number 114937.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code FRESH to get an extra 35 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code FRESH for a 35 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code FRESH for a 35 cents per gallon bonus.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
The team's looking good this season.
I think so. Man, I miss playing football. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think it could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
I was feeling the same way. After 40, the body has less testosterone, and men lose their edge. That's why I take Nugenix Total T2.
That's the testosterone booster, right?
Yes, but Total T2 is their brand new formula that skyrockets nitric oxide levels in as little as 3 hours. Since I started taking it, I've been lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. My energy is way up, and it even spiced up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles?
Yep, just send a text.
Text METER to 42424 for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T2, the next generation testosterone booster. Text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text METER to 42424. That's METER to 42424.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Are you looking for a podcast about pro football that doesn't put you to sleep with an avalanche of analytics or insult your fandom with brainless hot takes? Well, hi. I'm Dan Hansis.
And I'm Mark Sessler.
Oh, hi, Mark. And we're the hosts of Heed the Call, the NFL podcast you've been waiting your whole life for.
Heed the Call covers every game, every storyline, everything that matters, and we do it all with a touch of mirth.
Football is fun. Why shouldn't your football podcast be the same?
Follow and listen to Heed the Call NFL podcast wherever you get your podcast.
You're listening to 96.5 The Fan from the DM Injury Law Studios. Mike's got this.
Hey, it's Rashee Rice from the Kansas City Chiefs. Welcome back to The Drive with C-Dot on your home for Chiefs football. 96.5 The Fan.
Text line 913-586-7965. C-Dot, when do you think the Chiefs are going to announce their next quarterback? I mean this very respectfully. I'm not here to talk about that loser football team right now. They've wasted enough of my time in this month. They wasted enough of my time over the last 6 weeks. I don't have any. We will not talk about the Chiefs for the next 2 shows. If you are expecting opinions on that football team right now, I'm here telling you, while I could be taking my vacation time, my use it or lose it vacation time, and I'm here talking about the stadiums with you guys, we are not talking about that loser football team. I don't want to see them win another game this year. Please don't. I feel bad for you if you're watching that loser football team. So no thank you. I have no thoughts and opinions on them picking up Shane Buechele off the Bills practice squad today. I don't care who plays quarterback. I hope they let you play quarterback. I hope they do a raffle. I hope they let fans come down from the stands. I hope they let you beat the drum. I hope they do an audition for who sing the national anthem. That's what I want them to do for the Christmas Day game.
You have no thoughts on the snap count between Juju Smith-Schuster and Jalen Royals?
Nothing. I don't have any thoughts about the Chiefs over the next 2 days. I got pages of notes. I didn't write down one thought from yesterday's Chiefs game. Not a one. Y'all got it. I'm sorry. I'm here to. I can't lie to you guys these next 2 days. That's not what I'm here to talk about. Not at all. I'm not. Someone on the text line says, when is the mayor going to come back on the show? We have been talking. He has a press conference scheduled for 4 o'clock. We are working on him coming on after the press conference. I mean, he's not going to come on before the press conference. But I'm certainly aware of the interview on Friday. I was here. He is aware of what was said on Friday too, and he has told me that he will come on the show. So I don't know if he is coming on the show today or tomorrow, but I promise you he will be on the show at some point either today or tomorrow. I guess I can tell you other people that are coming on the show. Phil Lavoda. You guys might remember Phil Lavoda from last week. You guys remember him. He was all hot and bothered last week. Remember him?
And I'm here today because the state of Kansas is making noise. And depending on which media outlet you listen to, the deal's already done. Well, it's not. I've had weekly conversations with Mark Donovan, the Chiefs. We talked yesterday, we talked today, and he has told me there is no done deal.
That man was lying to you. That's what I'm here to tell you. That man was lying to you. I got one more thing I want to play, and I promise you we'll take phone calls. This is Phil Lavoda. He is coming in studio tomorrow to talk about this. Yes, this guy, the guy who did the press conference with the KC Monarchs jacket on, the guy who was all hot and bothered yesterday, who did the We Lost press conference, he is going to be in studio tomorrow. Boy, we got a lot to talk about.
But I don't concern myself with that because even if the Star Bonds over there can help build the stadium, there's no funding to maintain it. And I don't think the Kansas people have an appetite to raise their taxes. If you see what happened at 119th and Knoll, they don't want the Royals over there. So I don't think it'd be different with having the Chiefs Stadium over there.
So that was Phil Lavoda. He is going to be on the show tomorrow. I believe he's going to be in studio at 2:30 tomorrow. So just go ahead and mark that down on your phone. I would tune into that interview. Boy, do I have a lot of questions for him. So this is how we led the show today. I was walking into work today, and they had our station playing in the lobby. And Alex was going back and forth with the caller about the stadium. And the stadium, I believe, is technically going to be in Kansas City, Kansas. So they are not leaving Kansas City. But I think it is impossible to completely understand this part of the conversation if you are not from Missouri. And one of the identifying features of you being a Kansas City, Missouri resident is that your side has always had the Chiefs and the Royals. So in the large picture of things, yes, the Chiefs are not moving. This is not a conversation like St. Louis was having where their team went from downtown St. Louis to Inglewood, California. That is not the conversation we are having. But we all live here. We know the rivalry that exists between these two places. You know the passion between the 913 and the 816 side. So the people on the 816 side are looking at this as a loss, while the people on the 913 side are looking at this as a win because it is a win for them. Technically, we all are going to have the same abilities that we've always had. You're still going to have the ability to pack up the truck and take the grill out there and go watch the team and tailgate, and they'll get some of the most amazing concerts and shows and Super Bowls and all of those things. If you want to be super technical, we are losing nothing in this deal, but we are losing everything in this deal if you're the Missouri side. And that part of the pin that you get to wear on your lapel, part of the aura that you get to walk around the world with is we are the home of the Chiefs and the Royals. And right now, we are no longer the home of the Kansas City Chiefs, and it would appear that the Royals want to move out by 801 Chop House on 119th and Knoll. Let's go to the phone lines here, 913-586-7965. Let's go to Jim. He lives on the Mo side. Hey, Jim, how you doing, man?
Hey, guys. Good to talk to you.
No problem.
Wish there were better circumstances. So I'll just start out by saying I grew up in Missouri my whole life, and I grew up with the Kansas thing, and there's nothing good about Kansas. Norm Stewart kind of summed it up. You know, he would not stay on the Kansas side whenever he went to play KU. They stayed on the Missouri side because he didn't want to spend a dime when he went over there. You know, I used to travel a lot, and you'd say, yeah, I'm from Kansas City, and everybody'd go, oh, Kansas. Like, no. Most of Kansas City's in Missouri. So that's kind of where it comes from. You know, most of the business used to be in Missouri, and Kansas started doing stuff to steal our business, and we let it go, and nobody said anything about it, and the money moved across the state line. And now Kansas is not being a good neighbor. They've even stolen our sports team. So I will not, and I encourage every Missourian to not spend a freaking dime. I will never go to a Chiefs game across the state line. I'm either going to have a garage sale or a bonfire, one or the other, and I'm going to go buy some Broncos gear, even though I absolutely hated the Broncos for most of my life. So they could take it and shove it, just like the Kansas Speedway. They didn't call it the Kansas City Speedway. They called it the Kansas Speedway because it's all they freaking had. So when the team sucks and all the bandwagon jumpers jump off and the state of Kansas can't support the Kansas City Chiefs when they sucked, and the rest of us in Missouri went to those games when they were terrible, just keep it in mind what the population and the difference is with Missouri and Kansas.
Jim, I appreciate the phone call, Jim. Jim has been the second least popular person on the show this side of Mayor Quentin Lucas. Not very popular on the text line. I'm letting everybody get their takes off today. Everybody.
He said he's a Broncos fan.
I'm letting if you call up today, I'm letting you get your takes off. I ain't rushing you off the phone today. I promise you that. This is the thing, and I hate to be in a position where I gotta defend Kansas. The state of Missouri was dating a supermodel. I'm talking about you had one of the baddest women you had ever seen before. You didn't treat her right. And we all know if you got a good woman and you ain't treating her right, there is a chance that somebody a little smoother, a little slicker, got a better car, got a bigger house than you can swoop in and take your girl. And that is exactly what happened here. I can't be mad at Kansas for seizing an opportunity. Missouri left the door open, and the Chiefs were sitting there without a solution. But the Chiefs have choices. They do not have to just do whatever the state of Missouri wants them to do. People want us. Everybody wants us. We're one of the 5 most popular teams in the National Football League right now. We decide who we want to be with. So the Chiefs have just sat back, laid low, made their moves in silence, and collected all of this money, and now they're telling you what their plan is. So I feel Jim. I'm here for more phone calls like Jim in the emotion. You will not hear me mad about what happened. Kansas did exactly what you're supposed to do. I see you're not treating her right. We have everything she needs right over here, so you came in and you took her. I told you guys this analogy last week. Some of you right now are married to somebody else's girlfriend. She was in a relationship when you met her, but you realized she was unhappy. You came in and offered her everything that the current person she was with wasn't giving her, and you stole her, and now y'all been together for 15 years. You got 2 kids, and you got a nice house in Kansas. That is exactly what happened. So I'm not mad at Kansas. Missouri had their chance to get their ducks in a row. They still don't have anything on paper. They couldn't even get the money passed from the state of Missouri. They were arguing about that for the longest time. So no, I'm not mad at Kansas for that. That's big time billion-dollar cutthroat business. And that's what Kansas, we had a once-in-a-lifetime shot. We were not missing this. We were not missing our chance to get an NFL team. We will never have another chance to get an NFL team. But we got one right now. They've been eyeing this thing since the parade. They've been eyeing this thing. You saw Laura Kelly in the back of the float, waving, smiling at people. They've been eyeing this for the long time. And if you're Missouri, you knew people was DMing your girl. You knew people was trying to get at her. And you didn't take care of her. I'm sorry, you lost her. That's the game. Andrew, how you doing, man?
I'm doing great, brother. I could not agree more with Jim and his sentiments on how to feel about it from the team support perspective. From the economics point of view, from them moving from Missouri to Kansas, it doesn't really feel any different than if they had moved to San Antonio in my eyes. Like, they're in a different state. All their tax money's going to a different state now. There's nothing to keep the Jackson County people happy anymore because they're losing all the things that we had to brag about over the Jackson County side. We have continued to not learn our lesson from the Cardinals, or sorry, not the Cardinals, the Rams, the St. Louis Cardinals, the original Cardinals, the football Cardinals, the Kansas Speedway, the Sporting Kansas City Stadium. How many times are we just going to let them walk in here and take all of our business, take all of our teams, and how many times are we going to let Jackson County and the city continually blow these opportunities for us? Because we have lost so many more future dollars from this team leaving the state than we can ever imagine. And it's going to reflect poorly on the whole state, the whole Jackson County legislature, the whole Kansas City, Missouri leadership team, And I got to say, I did believe the team when they said that they would want to stay at Arrowhead for the legacy reason. So I will say I felt a little betrayed on that point, but to say they were making a poor business decision is incorrect. So I can't blame the team. We can only blame ourselves and everybody that we elected to run this town, run this city, run this county. And I hope everybody who voted no on the 3 cent sales tax is happy. So thanks, Carrington. Have a good day.
I'm with you, Andrew. I'm with you, Andrew. I'm letting people rock today, man. I don't care about the text line. I'm letting people rock today. That's what I'm doing. I'm letting people get their takes off today. I got to be honest with you, Andrew. I haven't felt that the Chiefs wanted to stay in Jackson County for about 18 months. Do we got to go back to the presentation that they put together? Do we got to go back to the renovations that they put together? Those renovations, I'm being serious. Honestly, ask yourself. Google it right now. Google the renovations. Do you think those renovations were indicative of a group of people that really wanted to stay where they were? If staying at Arrowhead was your number one priority, if that's what you cared about more than anything, do you think the renovation plans that they handed us to vote on, do you think that was reflective of how they felt? Because once we saw that and the plan that had a special VIP entrance to the suites and they gave the poors some heaters in the 300 level, it told me everything I want to know. The Chiefs were not committed to staying in Jackson County. They were just going to take some of the money because we were giving it away. That's what the tax is. They were giving it away. And I know they threw their name with the Royals plan and the crossroad. I get all that. I've been here for those things. But you cannot tell me that plan that they put together was a plan of people who desperately wanted to stay. They've never even shown us what new renovation plans look like. They have done nothing since that vote failed in April other than what we all know happened. They played Missouri and Kansas against each other to get the best deal for themselves, and they took it. So I hear what you're saying about moving. I mean, it technically is like moving. This is what we see teams do all the time. But this time, they didn't move out of the area. Like, they're not moving to a different place. But no, they are moving across state lines. So I don't believe them. I do not believe the Chiefs ever had intentions on staying at Arrowhead. I think it sounded good. I think this has always been their plan. From the moment when Nate Taylor wrote that story that the Chiefs want a dome, you should have known right then and there they weren't staying. You can't put a dome with where they are. Their renovations didn't include a dome. When the owner is privately telling people, I want a dome, there was only one option that was going to give them that. That's the option that they're picking coming up at 3 o'clock. Let's take more of your phone calls here. The text line is in this weird, please don't take more phone calls, but please take more sad Missouri phone calls. I don't know what to do. Let's go to Craig in Warrensburg. Hey, Craig, how you doing, man?
Hey, good, man. How you doing?
Doing good, man. Appreciate you calling in today.
You know, I'm 54 years old. I have never spent a dime in Kansas, and I still won't. And it's just old school, which is cool. But, you know, I squarely put the blame on, you know, Mayor Ass Clown Lucas and
Craig, you there?
Yeah, you there?
No, yeah, I was listening to you. I'm letting people cook today. Go ahead, Craig.
No, I got you. But you know, this falls on Missouri, man. I mean, they had their chance. You know, I am Missouri through and through. You know, MIZ all the way. But Missouri had their chance and they fumbled. I mean, to put it in a sports analogy, they fumbled the ball. You know, it's our own fault. You know, you can't fault Kansas. You know, congratulations to the state of Kansas. You got a hell of a football team. And to Missouri, you people that voted no, you know, I don't blame you there either, Jackson County. But, you know, I'm a little pissed off. But it is what it is. I'll watch them on TV, but I won't step a foot in that stadium. And the last thing I want to say is Lamar would be whipping Clark's ass if he was still here. That's it.
I appreciate the phone call, Craig. It was like Craig cursed and then thought we hung up on him.
Well,
I was letting you go. I was letting you go.
I was about to get a lot worse.
At first, I thought you hung up on him at first. That's why I was confused.
No, just a brief
That's
timeout.
why I was that gap of silence. I didn't know. I was letting him cook. He's like, are you there? Yes, I have to be here. Are you here is the question.
I had to see
Yeah.
where he was going to go after that first statement there. But I'm with all these Missouri callers on, like, I don't blame them for voting no. And your analogy about the girl, that Chiefs proposal they put out in what would have been probably March of 2024, they are telling you, we want to see other people. That is them telling you that. And Jackson County residents, they allowed them to do so. But I still would put the Chiefs' unhappiness and their desire to move, I would put that more towards the county leadership for the last 5 decades that haven't done much to develop the area around the stadium. The regular Joe Schmo, the Craigs and Warrensburgs, the Andrews and Lee Summits, that's not their fault. So I don't blame them at all for rejecting the plan. I don't blame them for being upset today. It's going to be sad today. It's going to be sad when Arrowhead closes. This whole I'm not stepping foot over there, I'm not going there. I'm a Broncos fan. I can't get on board with that stuff. That's all.
I understand that this is extreme. You and I know people in real life that feel this way. Of course. As crazy as it sounds to people in Kansas, I know people in real life that feel this way. I am from Missouri. I am not from Kansas. I am not going over there unless I absolutely have to go over there. Yes, it is stupid. It is irrational, but that is definitely at play here in the dynamics of this conversation. And the text line, I got to ask you to chill out. Too many Kansas people saying take more of these calls. Relax, okay? You're a little too fired up right now. Everybody's a little fired up right now. Everybody's a little emotional. I'm not going to take too much of this Kansas people sniping at my MU brethren on the text line. I'm not going to do that. I mean, I am, but I can't let that happen right now. I can't let it happen. Put some more of these people on hold, man. We'll take as many of these calls as we can. Let's take one more in this segment. Rowan called into the show today. How you doing, Rowan?
Oh, man, I'm doing good. Appreciate you guys having me on.
No problem, man. I appreciate you calling.
Yeah, man, I knew it was going to happen. I think out of all the places it could have gone, the Legends is the best place. And I tell you what, McDonald's is going to sell out of Wham-burgers and French fries today with how many salty Missouri guys there are. But I'm still going to support them. I still see them moving up. I don't see us going back to the mid-2000s Chiefs. I definitely see us going on the up and up. And a new stadium's what we need. We've been wanting a Super Bowl for how long? And you got to think, Missouri fumbled this so bad. Kansas has been foaming at the mouth to get the Chiefs, to get their stadium. And Missouri was just kind of lollygagging around like, oh, man, we're going to do something. You guys got to tell us what something is, man, and it better be better than that renovation project they pulled out.
Rowan, I'm with you, man. I appreciate the phone call. This is maybe the part that confuses me the most about all of it. And honestly, it confuses me the most. They told us this was a possibility. They told us this. I understand not all of you live in Jackson County, but if you live in Jackson County, last April, they gave us a choice. And I say us because I live in Jackson County. They gave us a choice, and they explicitly told you what a yes vote meant, what a no vote meant, and what sitting out of the vote completely means. A yes vote means, yes, you were going to pay for some renovations that didn't really excite you. But if you're one of those people that just absolutely, I don't want to see it go to Kansas. And that was my number one reason for voting yes on this thing. I hated the renovation plans. I said that the moment it came out on this show, I said I hated it. And the text line got on me and said I was being negative because I didn't like the renovation plans. I called it the iPhone 16C. It wasn't a new iPhone. It was just a small change to the one that we already had. I didn't like it from the very, very beginning. But where I will defend any Kansas person or any person who is excited about this is you can't say you didn't know the other options. You knew what a yes vote meant today would have never happened. We wouldn't be having this conversation right now. They would be beginning the plans to renovate the stadium. That's where the money would have gone to. If you voted no, you voted for, well, I'm cool with wherever they go. That's what a no vote was. Staying home was the same thing. If you didn't go vote, and a lot of people didn't go vote, they got less than 70,000 people that voted in this election. So honestly, a lot of people calling right now, you did not participate in this vote, and that's fine. But you now can't say, oh man, I can't believe they're leaving. I'm so sad they're leaving. They gave you the choice. Yes, we stay. No, you knew that one part of the city or one part of the country was going to come after your team every single day. And that's exactly what happened. So you just can't claim ignorance, in my opinion, A no vote or choosing to not vote, to abstain from voting, opens yourself up to today. So I don't want to hear on the text line, oh man, I can't believe this. Man, Kansas is offering to pay for 70% of their stadium. 70%. They think the Chiefs might get $2 billion. I love Arrowhead too. I'm nostalgic about Arrowhead. If somebody offers you $2 billion, we'll find out how much you love nostalgia. That's what we'll find out, how much nostalgia really means to you. And we found out how much it costs. It costs $2 billion. He ain't that nostalgic about it at all. Not in the least bit. We'll continue to take more of your phone calls. We'll do that up until 3 o'clock. We got a press conference with the governor of Kansas, and then we'll hear from a lot of people. I can't tell you everybody, but I promise you I can in the 3 o'clock hour. Keep it right here. It's The Drive.
This is Wyatt Thompson from K-State, and you're listening to The Drive with CDOT right here on 96.5 The Fan and the Odyssey app.
Brought to you by DM Injury Law. Have you or a loved one been in a car wreck? Contact DM Injury Law today and get the money you deserve. Car wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
Hey, football fans, picture this. You bet your favorite player to score the first touchdown in the game, but his teammate scores instead. Well, if this happens, BetMGM wants to give you another chance at the end zone. With BetMGM's second chance promotion, you'll get your stake back if your first touchdown scorer scores second instead. That's right. Bet on any pro football player to score the first touchdown of the game. If you're right, you win. If your player scores second, you get your stake back in cash. With BetMGM's second chance offer, you have a chance to keep the fun going after the first player crosses the goal line. Try a first touchdown scorer wager with confidence today. BetMGM. Make it legendary. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 and older only. Missouri only. New and existing customer offer. Subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards paid back and unrestricted withdrawable funds. Please gamble responsibly.
Hi, this is Kevin Harlan, and I'm here to tell you Rob Sight Ford is closing in on a record-setting year, and they're doing whatever it takes to get there.
That's right, Kevin. We're pulling out all the stops to finish the year strong. 0% for up to 66 months on most Ford models, including F-150s, Escapes, Explorers, Super Duties, and Transits. Top dollar trade-ins and pricing other dealers won't match.
If you've been waiting for the moment to buy, this is it. We've got the vehicles. We've got the deals. We just need one thing, you behind the wheel.
Impeccable rhyme, Kevin. But hey, this is simple, upfront, and easy, and it all ends January 5th.
Kansas City's only top-rated Ford dealer on Google. 4.8 stars, nearly 3,000 reviews, and voted best car dealership in Kansas City by Kansas City Magazine. And now, we're going for the finish line. Rob Sight Ford. Buy right with Rob Sight.
135th and State Line or ROBSIGHT.com. You want inventory, you want price, you want more for your trade, let's make it happen.
End the year in a Ford before this event drives off.
I'm Mitch Holtis, voice of the Kansas City Chiefs. Choosing the best doctor for your eyes is one of the most important medical decisions you'll ever make. Whether you're considering blade-free LASIK, all laser cataract surgery, and premium lens implants, or want a world-renowned doctor to help with your glaucoma, macular degeneration, dry eyes, or diabetes, trust my doctor, Dr. Steven Silverstein. Call Silverstein Eye Centers to make an appointment, 816-358-3600. Experience the best eye care in Kansas City.
The holidays are here, and so's the newest Academy Sports and Outdoors, right in your neighborhood. Score kids ride-ons that say, my 8-year-old's truck is nicer than mine. Grills and smokers that say, there is no wrong way to cook a turkey. And new Nike fleece hoodies that say, I keep it chill no matter the temp. Academy has all the legendary Christmas gifts your family wants at undefeatable prices, because here, fun can't lose. Win Christmas at your new Academy Sports and Outdoors.
My dad was killed by a drunk driver on Thanksgiving. Supposed to go over and I made him a cherry cheesecake.
My father and I were hit by a drunk driver and he was killed. We were driving home from Christmas shopping.
Driving impaired can forever change the holidays.
Just 2 days ago, I caught myself trying to call him.
Christmas is definitely not the same because you know that he's not going to be there.
Always drive sober. A message from the Kansas Department of Transportation and all the victims of impaired driving crashes.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm. I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment? That's a lie. Most timeshares can be bought online for $1. To find out what your timeshare is worth and to cancel it, Call us today and we'll send you our timeshare exit kit free with all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley for your free exit info guide. 800-941-2255. That's 800-941-2255.
And we're out. Back in 60.
Hey, what are you eating?
Chimichurri filet mignon. It's a Factor meal.
Oh, nice. Wait, they let you eat like that in the pros?
Oh, they insist on it. A pro's work starts on the plate.
Oh, man, that does look good. Let me have a taste?
Get your own.
All right. Where do I find this? Is it factormeals.com?
Yep, and they've got a deal going on.
Oh, love a deal. I am so in.
Smart move. Pro move.
All right. Factor. Eat like a pro.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-9834. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 five-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-9834. That's 800-575-9834. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
This afternoon, expect partly sunny skies with a high of 58.
Brought to you by AmericanEagle.com.
At AmericanEagle.com, we believe technology can transform your business. As experts in web design, development, and digital marketing, we bring passion to every project. Achieve digital transformation at AmericanEagle.com.
The Sheet Metal Workers Local Number 2 Enrichment Grant is providing one local high school $20,000 to use on upgrades and equipment. Open to all area schools and no strings attached. Take a minute to tell us what your high school needs at helpmymocanschool.com, and we'll announce the winner January 4th on the Chiefs Radio Network.
Hey, it's Trent McDuffie from the Kansas City Chiefs. Welcome back to The Drive with C-Dot on your home for Chiefs football. 96.5 The Fan.
Someone on the text line says, Carrington, you got to give us a Frank White take. He was awful at his job and got fired. What Frank White opinion do you want me to have today? He was awful. He did a terrible job. He's very high on the list of why this happened today. I don't know what opinion you want me to give about Frank White. Be gone. Good riddance. Someone said, CDOT, what would you like the new stadium to be named? Arrowhead Stadium? I mean, they might have a different corporate sponsor. I mean, it's not like we're going to call it that anyway. But, yeah, I would like for the stadium to be called Arrowhead Stadium is what I would like for it to be called. The text line, I wish everybody right now could see the text line. The text line is really a combination of, is the mayor coming back on today and Missouri and Kansas making fun of each other? Someone texted in, I hope that everybody in Missouri enjoys those parking lots hosting weekly flea markets. And that made me laugh. It made me laugh. I'm sorry. It's not funny. It's very, very serious. But the thought now that they're about to turn imploded Arrowhead Stadium into a farmer's market is kind of funny. It's a little funny to me in the context of this. I know it's very, very serious. It really is. I'm not here to poke holes in what anybody is saying. I told you, I'm here to let people get their calls, get their takes as much as you want. My question is, if you're one of the people that says you're not going out there, I would love to know how often you were going before. Like, if you're a season ticket holder and you've been out there for 20 years, and if you've seen some terrible football, you literally went to a game after one of the players shot and killed his girlfriend and himself. You went to that game. Now the fact that they've moved 25 minutes, that's where the line is now drawn. I'm sorry, I just don't believe you. I'm sorry, I don't believe you.
Yeah, I grew up in Jackson County for 25 years, and that's the one part where these callers are losing me here today. I know we're all emotional, but, buddy, hey, Jim, you, the wife, the kids, you're going to be at that Mattel theme park, at Margaritaville, at a Chiefs game, having a great staycation in KCK here in about 8 years. I promise you, you are. You are. You're going to stop at Buc-ee's, too, on the way home and fill up, for the ride, because Buc-ee's will be open over there as well. So that's where these callers lose me. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to be emotional. you're no longer a fan. I'm not buying that.
Someone on the text line says, have they made the announcement? They are at 3 o'clock. Someone else has texted in CDOT, you never take anything seriously. I live in Jackson County and voted yes. Do not put this on me in any capacity. I did exactly what I was supposed to do to avoid this day. I contributed. I can show you my I voted sticker. No, do not put any part of this on me. I did exactly what I was supposed to do. I was on the side that wanted to keep Arrowhead where it was. No, I will not wear any part of this. You can give the blame out to a lot of other people. I don't want any parts of it because I didn't do anything. Let's go back to the phone lines. Who we going? Chance? Chance lives in Missouri. Chance, how are you doing?
I'm pretty good, guys. How are you? Thanks for taking my call today. Hey, I'm originally from New Mexico. I talked to Fesco and them like last week about the issue, or earlier this week, whatever. But so I've been in Kansas City about 15 years. I've always lived on the Missouri side, like Grandview, Belton area. I, for one, personally voted yes because once I heard that this could be a possibility, that was enough for me to cast my vote yes. But I would say just from being here about, close to 15 years now, that also just one simple drive around the metro area reveals that KCK, the Legends, has by far the upper hand on the infrastructure. Is already there, new roads, lots going on up there, Buc-ee's, the Speedway, casinos, just the entire Legends area. And then in turn, also, like you guys say, the lack of development in Raytown. Raytown Road is just dumping grounds, essentially 2 lanes behind the stadium. The traffic is horrible. And I guess just the majority of my family are Cowboys fans, so I've been a Chiefs fan since '93. I moved here from New Mexico because I'm a Chiefs fan. I love Arrowhead, but I'm not a Missouri fan. I'm not a Arrowhead fan. I'm a Chiefs fan above all. That's one reason why I don't own a lot of jerseys, because I love the players, but I'm always going to be a Chiefs fan, regardless of who's playing for them, where they're at, and I just don't understand all the drama back and forth from the state lines, of course, because I'm not from here.
I'm with you, Chance. I appreciate the phone call, Chance. I got to let more people go. I might have to make a rule. 2 minutes. We might got to give you 2 minutes. It's a lot. We was going through family history there for a minute. All right, 2 minutes. We might have to set a new rule here. I won't let you get your takes off. It was too much. Delaney, how you doing, man? You got 2.5 minutes.
Here we go. 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes. First off, of course, I'm going to games. What are these people talking about? Casey Mo my whole life. There's one thing I want to address. Actually, there's a few. Kansas people, okay, I love you, but you didn't win. You were set up to not fail. There's a difference. You didn't go through a gladiator gauntlet, and it was handed to you. CDOT, I want to talk about your analogy, okay? You addressed it a little bit. Yes, we had the supermodel, but the issue is the supermodel had what she needed, even had a lot of what she wanted, but she still wanted more. That's what's leaving the taste in our mouth. You look at Mark Donovan, the guys, he's Mark Donovan. I'm going to keep it PG. But the thing is, he doesn't care about anything besides one thing. That's having his name on the big shiny plaque by the big shiny purchase. That's why they got him. That's what he did. He had like a big TV package deal back in the day. I don't know. Clark Hunt's not leading a good trailblaze for his family. Instead of trailblazing for the NFL, they're trailblazing, teaching his family to just go for the buck, chase the dollar. And you know what? When Mahomes retires in 2033, and we got Dick Pins and Damon Hewards back there again, it's just going to – this is the reason they're doing it. They need something to have sustainability. I'm not ready for Fesco. I'm not ready for Big Man Bob. He's going to lay into the Missourians. I've already tweeted both him and Dusty. Good for him, but God, he's going to lay into us. The last thing, the people of Missouri didn't want to fund a billionaire. And there's, I don't want to call him any names, but when that 1% tax and that junk tax, according to Big Beaky's gone, then what? You got to play to pay, or you got to pay to play. It's part of it. The government of Missouri, they're just cheeks, got nothing for them. Missouri feels like we lost our quarterback and we lost our team in a week and a half. It just burns. Stranger things this weekend. Here we go.
I'm with you, Delaney. I appreciate the phone call. I know we're up against it. We have to play the press conference. I generally hate press conferences. That's why you very rarely hear them on this show. This one's a little bit different. We have to do it. I will just say this. Mark Donovan is from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. That's where he's from. He is from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I'm not saying he doesn't love the Chiefs. I'm not saying he doesn't care about the Chiefs. It is important to note this is his job. It is not his way of life like it is for you and me. So even though you can be an outsider here and come here and you can call yourself a Kansas Cityan, he does not know it the way that you and I know it. I had all of this information when I went to the polls. Mark Donovan does not care where the stadium is. Why would he care? Mark Donovan is the business for the Chiefs. You know what he cares about? Making money for the company. He did that today. They just accepted an offer that's going to give him $2 billion. So, no, I did not expect Mark Donovan to protect the interest of the fan who lives in Warrensburg that drives into 1 or 2 games. He thinks you'll keep driving out to games. That is 100% how they feel. Coming up at the top of the hour, there is a press conference scheduled in Topeka with the governor of the state of Kansas. They are expected to make the announcement that the Chiefs are moving across state line. We'll play that for you next. Keep it right here. It's The Drive.
The Drive with Carrington Harrison, a show that prides itself on getting it right.
I don't know what I'm talking about.
Brought to you by DM Injury Law. Have you or a loved one been in a car wreck? Contact DM Injury Law today and get the money you deserve. Car wreck? Remember, Mike's got this. 96.5, The Fan.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
The team's looking good this season.
I think so. Man, I miss playing football. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think it could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
I was feeling the same way. After 40, the body has less testosterone, and men lose their edge. That's why I take Nugenix Total T2.
That's the testosterone booster, right?
Yes, but Total T2 is their brand new formula that skyrockets nitric oxide levels in as little as 3 hours. Since I started taking it, I've been lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. My energy is way up, and it even spiced up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles?
Yep, just send a text.
Text METER to 42424 for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T2, the next generation testosterone booster. Text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text METER to 42424. That's METER to 42424.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
I'm worth more.
I'm worth more.
I'm worth a lot more. And I completely agree. That's why I'll pay more for your car at GiveMeTheVin.com. That's the name of our new campaign. I'm worth more. You are worth more, and your car's worth more. And that's why I will pay more. And remember, if I don't beat the price on a CarMax or a Carvana deal, I'll pay you $100 at GiveMeTheVin.com.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You sort through tons of resumes and you get too many so-so applicants. You're just waiting for someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now there's a place where you can meet them fast. ZipRecruiter.
Need to hire right away. Start your search for strong candidates. The right fit awaits. Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. And you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
This afternoon, expect partly sunny skies with a high of 58.
Weather brought to you by Staples. Have an easy holiday at Staples. Save on top tech and gaming gifts, shipping supplies and services to get your packages there safely, even custom cards and wrapping paper. Staples. That was easy.
Have you been diagnosed with head or neck cancer? At Kansas City Proton Institute, we're delivering the future of cancer care with state-of-the-art proton therapy right here in KC. Proton therapy means increased precision, reducing side effects like dry mouth, difficulty swallowing, and the loss of taste as compared to conventional radiation. If you've been diagnosed, don't wait. Get your second opinion today and see KC's largest, most experienced proton therapy team. Visit kcpi.com. Kansas City Proton Institute, where you see the best in KC.
You don't need to be a financial MVP right out of the gate. At Main Street Credit Union, we're here to coach you through it. No matter where you're at, lining up for your first play or deep in the game, we'll help you move the ball forward. From building credit to launching a business. Because here, it's not just about money, it's about progress and having a team that's got your back. Learn more at mainstreetcu.org.
'Tis the season to be boosting on FanDuel because this year you're getting 7 straight days of holiday rewards, each one waiting in the app for you to unwrap. Every day brings a new way to play, so keep checking in to see what dropped next. And it all leads to the Christmas Day special, where you get something extra special. 7 days of gifts, one big finale. Your holiday football just got a whole lot brighter. So head over to FanDuel.com, use my promo code KFNZ, and get into the holiday spirit. Every day brings a new way to play, so keep checking in to see what dropped next. FanDuel, play your game. FanDuel is the official sportsbook partner of 96.5 The Fan. 21 and present in Kansas. Opt-in required. Rewards are non-withdrawable. Restrictions apply, including bonus and token expiration, leg requirements, and max wager amounts. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. FanDuel is offering online sports wagering in Kansas under agreement with Kansas Casino LLC. Gambling problem? Get out with your best bet. Call 1-800-522-4700. Visit kansasgamblinghelp.com.
Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel to watch all your favorite shows, shorts, and clips. This is your home for Kansas City sports. 96.5 The Fan, KFNZ FM and AM, HD1 and HD2 Kansas City, an Odyssey sports station.
All right, so we are waiting for this press conference. Spectre is in here. Nathan is here. Is there a way I can watch this so I can know when to throw to it, Spec? All right, well, I'm just going to keep talking until the time for the press conference is. I appreciate you guys keeping me company. 913-586-7965. Some of the questions that people are asking, I think, are really, really good questions. I just don't think we have all of the answers right now. I think it is impossible to have all the answers. Someone on the text line says, CDOT, what do you think is going to happen to the tailgating experience? I don't have a good answer for that. I don't think anybody has a good answer today for a lot of these questions. I think the Chiefs very much know that tailgating is a part of their business model and a part of what makes being a Chiefs fan special. So I absolutely believe that the tailgating experience is going to be highlighted in whatever they are doing. I know this is a different analogy, but follow me here. I remember talking to somebody about the Royals Stadium renderings, and it was communicated to me, you can't have too many crowns and you can't have too many fountains. People in Kansas City love those. So whatever the new Royals Stadium is, they know all of this. They know what gets us going. So there is no question in my mind that the Chiefs understand what makes their organization unique and are certainly going to highlight that in the future identity of the team. It is going to change, of course. You are radically changing. It is moving to a completely opposite part of town. So it is definitely going to be different. But I guess two things I feel very, very strongly about in the future. Number one is that they understand how important tailgating is to you, and they are going to highlight it. I also have no question about how incredible their stadium is going to be. None. I think their stadium is going to be amazing, and I think your mind is going to be blown in 2031 when you walk into it for a preseason game. I think your mind is going to, what did they do here? This is amazing. So yes, it is going to be different. No question. It is going to be different. But, Kansas is giving them $2 billion. I mean, you can build a pretty amazing structure for $2 billion. So I care about preserving tailgating because I think that is in the center of what the Arrowhead experience is. I think that's why people go to Chiefs games from around the world, is to experience that. When you listen to people talk about going to Chiefs games, one of the first things they mention is the smell of the parking lots. That's not a common occurrence when you go to other stadiums. I also think that it has to incorporate open air. It has to incorporate the weather. I don't think their new stadium can be a dome. I think it is a disadvantage. And I don't think we want it to be a dome. I don't think we want that. We're ready to go? All right, Nathan, we are going to Topeka, Kansas right now for the press conference where they are announcing that the Chiefs are moving. Play it, Nathan.
Both as Lieutenant Governor and Secretary of Commerce, and it is an honor to welcome you to this historic announcement. Today has been made possible by a group of dedicated people on this stage, in this room, and around. I serve both as Lieutenant Governor and Secretary of Commerce, and it is an honor to welcome you to this historic announcement. Today has been made possible by a group of dedicated people on this stage, in this room, and around our state who came together. Led by Governor Kelly, leaders put political party aside, they put personal agendas aside, and they put our state's future above all else. And now today's announcement, which Governor Kelly will make momentarily, will represent the largest economic win in Kansas history. And this win will also cement Kansas as a global destination for sports and entertainment. And it seems like Governor Kelly and I are making major announcements every few months, from Panasonic to Merck Animal Health to Hilmar Cheese. And with today's announcement, the Kelly administration has now topped $30 billion in committed private sector investment and 80,000 jobs. But the best part is nothing is bigger than what we're going to announce today. Though, make no mistake, the Chiefs aren't just another economic win for Kansas. This is much bigger than that. The Chiefs are a part of who we are as Kansans. And now they'll be such an important part of our future for years and for generations to come. Let me speak about our governor now. Since the moment that Governor Kelly took office, she's been on a mission, first to get our state back on track, and then to invest in the future and to make sure that Kansas is the best place in America to raise a family. She has done just that. Years ago, Kansas was making headlines for the wrong reasons. But today, now, we're making national and global news, and this time, for all the right reasons. Our future in Kansas is very bright, thanks to the leadership of a transformative governor. Please welcome our governor, Laura Kelly.
Good afternoon, everybody. And oh, what an afternoon it is. Before I get started, though, I need to recognize the good, hard work of our Lieutenant Governor and Secretary of Commerce, David Tolan, and his absolutely superb team at Commerce. They worked day in and day out, around the clock, in concert with the legislature and with the Chiefs to make this dream come true. We would not be here today were it not for David Tolan's patience, persistence, and perseverance. So on behalf of every Chiefs-loving fan, I thank you, David. But no, I will not be renegotiating your paycheck. You know, in my over 7 years, 7 years as governor, I've had the privilege of making some really big announcements, but none bigger than this. Today's announcement is truly historic. Actually, it's a little bit surreal. Today's announcement will touch the lives of Kansans for generations to come. Today's announcement is a total game changer for our state, because today we are announcing an agreement to bring our beloved Kansas City Chiefs right here to Kansas. And to the rest of the nation, I say, take heed. Kansas is not a flyover state. We are a touchdown state. You know, when I became governor in 2019, I first needed to fix Kansas, then to grow Kansas. And the way to do that was not only to attract new businesses and jobs to Kansas, but to change people's perceptions of our state. People needed to see Kansas for what it is, a place of innovation, a place where big things happen, a place where young people can pursue their dreams. Truly the best place to live, work, and raise a family. A place they're proud to call home. A very cool place. And what could be cooler than being home to the Kansas City Chiefs? We are turning Kansas into a national center for sports and entertainment. We are making Kansas a tourist destination for the region, for the nation, and for the world. The economic impact of all of this is massive. The new stadium will be in Wyandotte County. It will be a world-class facility, the envy of professional sports. It will be surrounded by an entertainment district to beat all entertainment districts, hotels and restaurants and bars and more. Game day will be all day. And there's more, a lot more. The Chiefs will establish a new team headquarters and a brand new practice facility in Olathe, Kansas. All of this will amount to over 20,000 jobs and over $4 billion in economic impact. And that's just during the construction phase. That's electricians and construction workers, iron workers and carpenters, good jobs, jobs that support families. And very significantly, this agreement protects Kansas taxpayers, with the state's portion coming from revenue generated by the stadium, entertainment venues, and the Star Bond District, as well as lottery funds. So let me repeat. The state's portion of this project is paid for with revenue generated from the project, not with new taxes, not by shifting funding from other essential state services, but with the new revenue that will be generated by the project itself. You know, when we talk about the Chiefs in Kansas, it's not just about the dollars and the cents and the new jobs and the prestige. It's about bringing together two forces, the Chiefs and the state of Kansas, that have so much in common. A rich tradition, a solid work ethic, an all for one, one for all approach to living, a healthy competitive spirit, and a love of winning. The Chiefs won 3 Super Bowls over the past 5 years because they worked hard and they worked together. I can brag that it was during my tenure in office that the Chiefs were so successful. And also why they decided to move to Kansas. But this win is not mine alone to celebrate. Just look behind me on the stage. This got done because we brought Republicans and Democrats together at the local and state level. Everyone committed to doing what's best for Kansas and for our future. You don't often see this type of bipartisanship in our politics today, but that's how we do things here in Kansas, especially when the stakes are high. And to Clark Hunt and the entire Chiefs organization, you, your family, your entire organization are one class act. Winners on and off the field. And Clark, I know you chose Kansas because you've always got an eye on the future. Well, so do we. We've always been Chiefs fans, and now we are Chiefs family. Welcome home to Kansas.
Right now, we're listening to the press conference in Topeka where the announcement is being made that the Chiefs are officially moving to Kansas in 2031.
Thank you, Governor Kelly, and thank you all for being here today on this very historic day for the Kansas City Chiefs and the Hunt family. When my father started the American Football League, he had big dreams, both for the league and for his team. And as he moved the team from the Cotton Bowl to Municipal Stadium to Arrowhead Stadium, his focus in every instance was to give the fans the best possible experience. Today is another step in that legacy of innovation and that fan-first mentality. At the Kansas City Chiefs, we chase big dreams. On the field, those dreams involve division titles, conference championships, and Lombardi trophies. But off the field, we are big dreamers as well. When the NFL started playing international games, we were among the first to sign up with the goal of bringing the Kansas City name all across the planet. When North America won the bid to host the World Cup, we helped lead the effort to bring the world's most popular tournament to our backyard. As the age of modern media changed the landscape for our fans, we became the first NFL team to create our own entertainment studio. And our community engagement efforts through the Hunt Family Foundation are dedicated to ensuring that our impact reaches far beyond football. We are big dreamers, and my family and I have devoted our lives to making big dreams come true. The state of Kansas came to us and told us about their big dream. It's a state-of-the-art stadium, a world-class training facility, a new team headquarters, and a vibrant mixed-use development. It's a public-private partnership whose primary beneficiaries are the citizens of the greater Kansas City area. It's a big dream, and today is a major step in making it a reality. Don't get me wrong, we have a lot of work to do. We're still early in the process. In the months ahead, we will hire an architect and a contractor and get to work on the 5+ year timeline to build a new stadium. And I can't say enough about our great partners. Thank you, Governor Kelly and Lieutenant Governor Tolan, for sharing your vision. Thank you, Senate President Masterson, Speaker Hawkins, and members of the LCC, for helping to make this vision a reality. Thank you to Mayor Watson, Mayor Bacon, and the local government leaders who have joined in their effort. Thank you to Mark Donovan, our team president, for working with leaders on both sides of the state line to make today possible. Chiefs fans everywhere owe you a debt of gratitude. I also want to say thank you to the leaders in Missouri. For more than 50 years, we've had a tremendous partners in Jefferson City, Jackson County, and Kansas City, Missouri. That partnership is not over, and we look forward to working together in the years ahead. Chiefs fans on both sides of the state line can tell you that the success that we've enjoyed together over the past decade has elevated the profile of the entire region. Sports are woven into the fabric of this community. And if you travel and go to New York or LA, to Europe or South America, you don't have to tell people which side of the state line you're from. You tell them you're from Kansas City, and there's a pretty good chance that their response might have something to do with the Chiefs. Regardless of where you live or where you're watching from today, I hope this team has made you proud, and I hope you are as excited as we are about this next chapter in Chiefs history. I'll close by saying this. In the 60-plus years of this franchise, we have called 3 stadiums home, and we have brought home a championship to every single one of those stadiums. Today's announcement ensures that for generations to come, Chiefs fans will have the best game day experience in the entire National Football League. That our children and grandchildren will have a place for their own unforgettable moments. And I promise you this, we'll do everything we can to bring trophies home to Kansas. Beginning with the 2031 season, the location of Chiefs games will change, but some things won't change. Our fans will still be the loudest in the NFL. Our games will still be the best place in the world to tailgate, and our players and coaches will be ready to compete for championships. Because on the field or off the field, we're big dreamers, and we're ready for the next chapter. Thank you very much.
All right, that was the announcement. The Kansas City Chiefs are officially moving to the state of Kansas. They are moving everything over there. They are moving the stadium over there. They are moving their main headquarters to the state of Kansas. The practice facility is going to Kansas. It is now official. So we have 4 more years of appreciating Arrowhead Stadium. And in 2031, the Chiefs plan on opening up a brand new stadium in Wyandotte County. A lot to get into. I do want to open up the phone lines, 913-586-7965. We will take your phone calls coming up here momentarily. I wrote down like 4 or 5 things while they were talking. I will admit, hearing the governor of Kansas say, "Welcome home, Chiefs," that one hit a little bit different. That was the knife turn right there. That is not your home. That has not been your home. That part, it felt twisted the knife a little bit. I got to give Laura Kelly all the credit in the world. They talked about bipartisan politics, and we don't got to go into the political climate of where we are in this country, but this is the easiest thing in the world to get every politician in Kansas on board. We got a chance to end Missouri. We have a chance to do something that will define where we live for generations. Laura Kelly has done a lot of great things, I'm guessing, as the governor of Kansas. The number one thing on her bio, the number one thing on her obituary is going to be, "You brought the Chiefs to the state of Kansas." That is an idea that you can get everybody around you to rally around. They're weak. We can take them. I remember some time ago, I don't remember, the mayor comes on enough. I'm not saying that as a humble brag. I don't remember exactly when it was. I remember he talked about the truce that was between Missouri and Kansas, that there was a truce that they weren't going to take each other's business, that this is just one metropolitan area and we were going to be one big happy family. For those of you who are in co-parenting situations, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Your parenting plan is only as good as the 2 people that decide to follow what's on that sheet of paper. It sounds good. Hey, we're going to do this. But if both people are not committed to following that sheet of paper, then it is worthless. So yes, maybe there is a truce that Missouri is not going to steal Kansas business. That is not how Kansas is operating, because they cannot wait. And in every single turn and opportunity, they come away and take your business. And the number one business in Kansas City is the football team. How did you leave it open where they could possibly steal it? How? You left your king unattended and they came in and checkmated you and are about to do a victory lap around the Christmas time. They were the Grinch that came in and stole the Chiefs. They are about to be on your head top for the next 4 years telling you how we beat you in all of this. There was no truce. It might have been a temporary ceasefire, but when you got an opportunity to go get the biggest piece on the board, all of that goes out the window. That's what big business is. That's what politics is. I also got this too. Clark doesn't get it. Clark said it in there. At the very last thing he said, when you go around the country and you tell people you're from Kansas City, it's not defined by state line. He's not like us. You can't ask him to think the way that we think. He ain't from here like you and I are from here. So the fact that he could say that and not understand that's how we identify ourselves tells me everything. This was not an emotional decision. This was a business decision for him. This was a business decision for Mark Donovan. They are not like us. They don't think like us. So yes, Clark grew up in Arrowhead and the tailgating. He didn't grow up going to Blue Valley North like you did. He didn't. He didn't grow up the same way that you and I grew up. He just told you that right there. I mean, we don't define ourselves by that. Yes, we do. When you go out of town and somebody asks you, are you from Kansas City? And they say, oh, from Kansas. If you don't correct them, I think you're a clown if you're from where I'm from. No, I'm not from there. It's stupid, but it defines us. He just told you, I don't think the way you think. So you can't ask him to preserve something when he doesn't see it the state line the way that you and I see the state line. He just told you in the press conference. We can take your phone calls, 913-586-7965. I'm fired up. You're fired up. Everybody's fired up. It's The Drive.
The Drive with CDOT. Tune in as Nate Taylor of ESPN joins the show in studio every Friday at 4 on your home for Chiefs football. 96.5 The Fan. The Drive, brought to you by DM Injury Law. Have you or a loved one been in a car wreck? Contact DM Injury Law today and get the money you deserve. Car wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
'Tis the season to be boosting on FanDuel because this year you're getting 7 straight days of holiday rewards, each one waiting in the app for you to unwrap. Every day brings a new way to play, so keep checking in to see what dropped next. And it all leads to the Christmas Day special, where you get something extra special. 7 days of gifts, one big finale. Your holiday football just got a whole lot brighter. So head over to FanDuel.com, use my promo code KFNZ and get into the holiday spirit. Every day brings a new way to play, so keep checking in to see what dropped next. FanDuel, play your game. FanDuel is the official sportsbook partner of 96.5 The Fan. 21 and present in Kansas. Opt-in required. Rewards are non-withdrawable. Restrictions apply, including bonus and token expiration, leg requirements, and max wager amounts. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. FanDuel is offering online sports wagering in Kansas under agreement with Kansas Casino LLC. Gambling problem? Get out with your best bet. Call 1-800-522-4700. Visit kansasgamblinghelp.com.
Read all about it. The Fed just cut interest rates again, and that means now is the time to refinance with Golden Oak Lending. Lower rates mean lower payments, and our customers are saving hundreds every month. Plus, you can make no payments until next year. And if your loan doesn't close, we'll pay for your appraisal. Call 913-890-GOLD today and start saving.
Golden Oak Landing cured my blues.
NMLS number 114937.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You sort through tons of resumes and you get too many so-so applicants. You're just waiting for someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now, there's a place where you can meet them fast. ZipRecruiter.
Need to hire right away. Start your search for strong candidates. The right fit awaits. Build your team. Build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. And you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free. Febreze.
It's a classic odor tale. You fried fish for dinner, cleaned up, but the smell is still in the house. And the neighbors are coming over for game night. They're on their way. And then you spray Febreze Air Mist. Febreze Air starts working instantly to fight even your toughest odors, so you go from fish to fresh like that. Now, all you have to worry about is Pam cheating at charades.
Breathe happy, Febreze, la 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 la. If you've been diagnosed with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis, this is what it sounds like to be a million miles away. Imagine being a million miles away. Tremfya, guselkumab, taken by injection, is a prescription medicine for adults with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis who may benefit from taking injections or pills or phototherapy. With Tremfya, clearer skin is possible. In clinical trials, at least 70% of patients saw at least 90% clearer skin at 16 weeks. Results may vary. Tremfya is also indicated for adults with active psoriatic arthritis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Ask your doctor about Tremfya. Call 1-800-526-7736 or visit Tremfya.com.
Chiefs coverage this past hour has been brought to you by WaysideWaves.org. Save a life this holiday season.
Wayside rescues thousands of animals each year. Your gift today provides a complete circle of life-saving care they need to heal and find loving homes. Donate today, and your gift will be matched. Visit WaysideWaves.org to make your life-saving gift today.
Hey, football fans, picture this. You bet your favorite player to score the first touchdown in the game, but his teammate scores instead. Well, if this happens, BetMGM wants to give you another chance at the end zone. With BetMGM's second chance promotion, you'll get your stake back if your first touchdown scorer scores second instead. That's right. Bet on any pro football player to score the first touchdown of the game. If you're right, you win. If your player scores second, you get your stake back in cash. With BetMGM's second chance offer, you have a chance to keep the fun going after the first player crosses the goal line. Try a first touchdown scorer wager with confidence today. BetMGM. Make it legendary. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 and older only. Missouri only. New and existing customer offer. Subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards paid back and unrestricted withdrawable funds. Please gamble responsibly.
Here's traffic, brought to you by DM Injury Law. Have you or a loved one been in a car wreck? Contact DM Injury Law today and get the money you deserve. Car wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
Okay, things have picked up. Now the drive not so fun. 2-car crash, 35 northbound, just past Shawnee Mission Parkway. Left lane is blocked, and then Overland Park, that's a stall. 35 southbound as you approach 69 southbound. Near Blue Springs, debris in the road, that's a crash. 470 southbound as you approach 40 highway. The right lane is blocked. I'm Val with traffic on 96.5 The Fan.
You're listening to 96.5 The Fan from the DM Injury Law Studios. Mike's got this.
Hey, it's Juju Smith-Schuster from the Kansas City Chiefs. Welcome back to The Drive with C-Dot on your home for Chiefs football. 96.5 The Fan.
All right, I want to take some phone calls. I hate that I'm about to be in a position to defend Clark Hunt, but I got to be honest with you guys today. Do you guys know how much money the state of Kansas is offering the Chiefs? I'm serious. Do you know how much money they're offering them? They will pay for up to 70% of the stadium and or $2 billion is what they are proposing to pay. $2 billion is what they are proposing. Now, I love nostalgia. You love nostalgia. I love Arrowhead. You love Arrowhead. You thought the Chiefs were turning down $2 billion? For example, it cost $1.9 billion to build Allegiant Stadium. It was the second busiest stadium in the world. It cost $1.9 billion. You thought the Chiefs were turning that down because of my father's legacy? Everything has a cost. We know that. Everything has a cost. We saw what the cost was today. $2 billion. And I also think this is important, and I hate to be in the position of defending the Chiefs today, especially as a Jackson County resident that voted yes. Missouri still doesn't have their ducks in a row. Did you know that the 50%, you know that bill that they just passed like 6 months ago, the state of Missouri passed, it only pays for 50%? Do you know where the rest of the money was going to come from? A tax. That tax had to be voted on by a city or county. That tax failed in Jackson County. They have not had another vote for another one. It's failed. So even today, let's say the Chiefs wanted to stay. They haven't come up with the money. They haven't come up with the money to pay for it. So if you were telling me one option is I can take $2 billion in a position that feels very stress-free, to be completely honest with you, or I can take this 50% with the hope that in April, 2 years after the first vote failed, it'll pass and then we'll get the money that we need to do what everybody wants us to do. I'm sorry. I can't be mad at that person for making by far and away the best business decision. You are allowed to feel as emotional as you want to about this situation. I'm emotional. We're emotional. This changes our community. It changes where people live, where people work, how people identify themselves. So I'm right there with you. But there is not a single person that can convince you that the Missouri deal is better than the one that Kansas is offering. There's not a single human being that can tell you that. We got the Jackson County Commissioner coming in studio tomorrow. I will ask him, why do you think the Chiefs should have chose your deal over Kansas's deal? I don't think he's going to have a good answer for it. I just can't be mad if you are making a solid business decision for your company that you own. $2 billion. And on the other side, uncertainty, disorganization. They changed leaders in the middle of the plan. They fired the old leader because he was incompetent. I'm sorry. There's only so mad I can be at the Chiefs in this regard. I really want to stand with you, Missourians. You know I do. Tried and true. I got to tell you the truth today. Joe, you called into the show. How you doing, Joe?
I'm doing well. You kind of just said one of the things I was going to say is that, I've traveled to a lot of stadiums around the country. The stadiums are amazing. Our stadium is old. I am a true fan, season ticket holder for 22 years. I will follow them to Kansas. I am one of those guys that will go over there just because I want to see what's new. I just hope it doesn't price me out of being able to go over there. But the last thing you just said was our county legislature failed us in this situation. We had it. If Frank White gets on board and Frank White supports that bill back in April of last year and it passes through Jackson County, everything else is falling in line. Yeah, there would have probably been a lot of more negotiation that had to go on. But I hope that when they move this stadium and when they move Kauffman Stadium, the first thing they do is they take Frank White's name off that board. Have a good day, C-Dot.
I appreciate you, Joe. I know a lot of people feel that way. I was on the other side, but today I just don't even want to talk about it because I might be on your side. He failed us. He let us down. There's really no question about it. Not at all. Someone on the text line, everybody keep asking, is Mayor Quint Lucas coming on the show? He has a press conference at 4, and we are working on having him after the press conference. I want him to come on. We've been texting. I'm working on it. Text line yelling at me. I didn't do nothing. What did I do? Why is the text line just so mad at me? I haven't done anything. We're working on it. We're working on getting him on the show. I promise you, we're working on it. All right, let's go back to the phone lines. You know what, Bob? Let's go to Bob in Topeka. Bob, how you doing?
Hey, brother, I'm doing great. Thanks for taking my call. First time I ever called your show because I really needed to sound off. Last hour, you had that gentleman saying he's going to do a bonfire and burn his jerseys and buy, Bronco stuff. Not a fan. Obviously not a fan. My sister was a cheerleader the 78-79 season, and I was about 8 years old, and we went to the games to watch my sister cheer. What turned me on to the Chiefs was 80,000 rabid fans. Arrowhead's Arrowhead because of the fans, not because of the stadium. That's just a false statement. So I am totally stoked the fact that they're coming. I'm hoping they didn't say the Legends, but I'm guessing the Legends. And that's 45 minutes away. And you had another gentleman last hour call and talk about the traffic snafu that is the Chiefs Stadium. I can go to actually Monday Night Football game and get home before midnight. I am totally stoked. I will go. I can't wait for 2031. I can't wait for that date. But I probably will shed a single tear the last time I go to Arrowhead Stadium. That is Arrowhead Stadium now. Yeah, nostalgia's cool. It's the house Lamar built. But, hey, rock on. We are the Chiefs, and we are stepping up. And go Chiefs. That's it.
I appreciate the phone call, Bob. We got to take a break here. I believe Mitch Holtis is coming on the show at 4 o'clock to talk about Arrowhead. There's some other things planned. I don't know what's locked in, confirmed, and what's not confirmed.
That one's confirmed.
Spectre's told me you can't say this. I don't know. It's too many rules today. I don't do well with this kind of structure. Let me go. Let me just tell the people what we got coming up, and then we could go. I can tell you, I do know this for a fact. Ty Masterson will be on the show tomorrow. Phil Lavoda, who is the Jackson County commissioner, this guy is coming in studio tomorrow.
And I'm here today because the state of Kansas is making noise. And depending on which media outlet you listen to, the deal's already done. Well, it's not. I've had weekly conversations with Mark Donovan, the Chiefs.
Playing you.
We talked yesterday, we talked today, and he has told me there is no done deal.
That man Mark Donovan was telling you everything you wanted to hear. Oh, man, we ain't signed nothing yet, man. We not doing nothing, man. I really want to work this out. Whole time, that man... I was told probably 30 minutes ago that this was done 12 days ago, is what I was told. Again, I don't know what I'm supposed to say and what I'm not supposed to say. I was told that this was done, a handshake agreement was done 12 days ago. That man, Mark Donovan, been lying to you on the phone for over a week. He's been lying to you. Cut the nonsense.
Giving you sweet nothings on the phone,
too much nonsense going on right now, Nathan. We got Mitch Holtis in 20 minutes. It's The Drive.
The Drive with Carrington Harrison on your home for Kansas City sports. 96.5 The Fan. Brought to you by DM Injury Law. Have you or a loved one been in a car wreck? Contact DM Injury Law today and get the money you deserve. Car wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
Hey, Missouri, if you haven't heard by now, good news. FanDuel Sportsbook is live in the Show Me State, and they're kicking things off with an offer that's tough to beat. Right now, new customers in Missouri can bet $5 and get $300 in bonus bets, win or lose. So whether it's football, basketball, hockey, or more, you can bet it all on an app that's safe, secure, and super easy to use. So download FanDuel today and head to FanDuel.com/Missouri and join the excitement. Remember, new Missouri customers can bet $5 and get $300 in bonus bets, win or lose. Because Missouri, it's time to play your game of FanDuel. FanDuel is the official sportsbook partner of 96.5 The Fan. 21 and present in Missouri. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. First online real money wager only. $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com.
Chiefs coverage sponsored by Park & Go. Your holiday travel made easy with all covered airport parking.
Heading out of town for the holidays? Make travel easy with Park & Go. Enjoy all covered parking, free shuttles, and luggage help that'll have you feeling merry and bright. Reserve your spot now at bookparkandgo.com. Happy holidays from Park & Go.
Thanks for calling the Holiday Gift Line from the Missouri Lottery. If you still have presents to buy, don't panic. Missouri Lottery holiday scratchers and draw games are perfect for everyone on your list 18 and over. And you don't even need a gift receipt. Happy holiday gifting from the Missouri Lottery. Play responsibly.
Numerous brands to choose from. Endless options. One incredible experience. At Aristocrat Motors, we treat every driver like royalty and offer the finest luxury vehicle experience in Kansas City. Come see us today and let us roll out the red carpet for you.
I'm worth more.
I'm worth a little more.
I'm worth a lot more.
I completely agree. You are worth more, and your car's worth more, and we want to pay more at GiveMeTheVin.com for good cars, because they are worth more, and so are you. And remember, if I don't beat the price on a CarMax or a Carvana deal, I'll pay you $100. For top price, trust, and ease of transaction, GiveMeTheVin.com, America's best car buyer.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Hellsberg gifts checked off the list. Now, time for wrapping. Earrings for mom. A gold bracelet to match the rings Danielle wears every day. And for dad, a new watch, because we all know he needs one. All right, this is going to be a good one.
Our favorite things for your favorite people. Shop in store at Hellsberg.com for up to 50% off.
Hey, Chiefs fans, Crown Royal is the official whiskey of the Kansas City Chiefs. And this season, it's not game day without the generous spirit of Crown Royal. Whether you're at the tailgate, in the stands, or watching from home, Crown Royal is the reason and the reward for coming together.
Grab a glass with the Crown Royal rig at a stadium near you, because we'll be sharing the generous spirit with fans across the country. Crown Royal, fueling game day with a generous spirit. Visit www.crownroyal.com/Royal Rig for more on the Crown Royal Rig Tour. Please drink responsibly.
Hey, it's almost Andy Reid. Who knew dressing up for a Halloween ball would change my life forever? Now I get to celebrate with the best fans and everything Kansas City. Oh, yeah! My journey also led me to Renner Garage Door, Casey's go-to team for garage door repair, replacement, and service since 1956. Renner features an MVP lineup from Deldon, Amar, and Liftmaster.
R-E-N-N-E-R, R-E-N-N-E-R.
Prostate cancer. 1 in 8 men will be diagnosed in their lifetime, but early detection can save lives. That's where KCUC comes in. They're the premier center for urology and oncology, with over 50 elite providers and more than 20 locations across the metro. KCUC makes it easy to get screened fast in the comfort of an office, not a hospital. Schedule your screening today at kcuc.com. Don't wait. Come see Kansas City's largest, most experienced, and most advanced urology team. kcuc.com. At KCUC, you see the best in KC.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
No gift? No problem. With Target's last-minute gifts, the holidays are a breeze. You can score on the hottest toys, beauty must-haves, chocolatey stocking stuffers, and much more. And if you need it now, no worries. Swing by any Target store today and snag all the stocking stuffers and gifts for the most magical season yet. Step into the holidays, check off everything on your list, and save big on your last-minute gifts. Only at Target. Restrictions apply.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You sort through tons of resumes and you get too many so-so applicants. You're just waiting for someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now there's a place where you can meet them fast. ZipRecruiter.
Need to hire right away. Start your search for strong candidates. The right fit awaits. Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free, and you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Car, truck, or motorcycle wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
Paid for client betrayal and endorsement. The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements.
Give me one good reason why I should call DM Law. How about 3 great reasons? 1, it's easy. 2, it's fast. 3, the results.
Mike's got this.
816-888-7500. Mike's got this.
Here's traffic, brought to you by DM Injury Law. Have you or a loved one been in a car wreck? Contact DM Injury Law today and get the money you deserve. Car wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
Okay, 35, a little bit of a problem. You've got Overland Park, that's a stall off to the right shoulder, blocking part of the right lane. 35 southbound as you approach 69 southbound, and then the crash is 35 northbound, just past Shawnee Mission Parkway, off to the left shoulder, but again between Overland Park and Shawnee, big backups both directions. We've got a new crash, and that is 635 northbound at State Avenue, blocking the right lane. I'm Val with traffic on 96.5 The Fan.
Hey, it's George Karlaftis from the Kansas City Chiefs. Welcome to the Drive with CDOT on your home for Chiefs football. 96.5 The Fan.
All right, I don't think I'm speaking out of turn by repeating this conversation. Someone from the Royals sent me a text during the commercial break and said, feel free to use the statement from John Sherman. On behalf of the Kansas City Royals, I want to wish the Hunt family and the entire Chiefs organization all the best on this very important day. Though a few miles more may separate us in the future, let's continue our work as we build a world-class championship legacy for the Kansas City region. I then replied to the text and said, can you pass this message to John Sherman? Please stay. So I want you to know, I'm behind the scenes. I'm doing my part. I'm doing everything that we can do. The Chiefs, they're gone. They're lost. They're on the other side. We can still fight to keep the Royals, all right? We can still fight. I'm going to continue to do my part. I do want to read this for you guys. We had a little bit of a change of plan. Mitch Holthus is not going to join us today at 4 o'clock. We are going to play the mayor's press conference. Mayor Quinn Lucas, I just put out a text to his people and said that after the press conference, at any point today, if he wants to call into the show, he is welcome to call into the show. He's got my personal number and the bat phone number. I'm doing my best to get him on the show today. I want to read this because I think this is really important, and then I want to go to the phone lines. Clark Hunt says a big part of the decision to move the team to Kansas was that they were only dealing with one party rather than multiple in Missouri. Clark Hunt says that the team was in negotiation with Missouri until last week, but the Kansas plans were just more firm. He also went on to say that in his conversations with Missouri, it was just a lot more uncertainty. I, like you, if you were on the Missouri side, I am disappointed that this is happening. But again, if you were trying to look at this objectively, I can understand how one side is just much easier to deal with. One side is much easier to deal with, and they're offering more money. Why would I keep talking to you? You're not offering as much money, and you're a pain in the ass to deal with. I'm sorry, I want to be mad at Clark. I'm disappointed, for sure. I'm not mad. I want to be mad. I can't be mad. Hey, we wanted to stay. We explored it. We did this. One side is offering $2 billion, and I can work directly with the governor, and we can get this done. Everybody is on the same page. Nobody on Missouri seems to be on the same page. Not at the state level, not at the county level, not at the local municipal level. So if all of those things, you can't get those ducks in a row, and you're going after somebody like the Chiefs, I can understand how one day they just wake up and say, I don't want to do this anymore. And it sounds like what happened. All right, we got 3 phone calls here in like 5 minutes to take them. I'm going to try to take all 3 of them. Richard, how you doing today, my man?
I'm doing well. First of all, I appreciate you all, all that you give us. Been a Chiefs fan my entire life, been going to Arrowhead since the early 90s. I'm about as close to being on both sides. I'm Wyandotte resident on state line. I don't know, just emotional day to be a Chiefs fan. A lot of memories at Arrowhead, nostalgic. I can see the sadness from both sides of the state line, going out there. My wife and I went to a game the night before our wedding, burned her Elway jersey because she was a Broncos fan. That was 10 years ago. I've got a 2-year-old son who's going to have his first game out at Arrowhead and, many more over at wherever they end up. But I don't know. I just hope that, this team has brought us so much joy and a lot of sadness, and especially been around for as long as the franchise has. And I just hope we don't see more, fans hopping off and, talking about burning their jerseys and stuff. And I get it. It's a sad and emotional time, but, go Chiefs, and, looking forward to lots of years of success. Appreciate you all.
I'm with you, Richard. I appreciate the phone call, man. Time heals all. That's all I'm going to say here. Time heals all. Let's go to Jace. He is in Kansas City, Missouri. Jace, how you doing, man?
Hey, it's actually James.
I'm sorry, I apologize.
It's the James you know.
Oh, okay. How you doing?
And the one who knows a prominent sports fan who used to be a Denver Broncos. But here's the thing. You nailed it. This was all a smokescreen by the Chiefs. When they put out that rendering for the tax, it was all in the cards. And I, as a Missouri fan and a Kansas City resident, supporter of the Chiefs, know the history of how Kansas has stolen so much from Missouri. This is the ultimate one, as Laura Kelly said. This is the coup d'etat, and we allowed it to happen because of the incompetence of Frank White and that tax issue. But the long story is short. Clark Hunt said it was for the fans. The fans repeatedly say they want to maintain Arrowhead. So really, like you said, it's all about the business. And it's a sad day for me and for many of us, and many Missourians will not go over to Kansas to go to that stadium regardless. We know Mahomes is going to retire. When they get bad, I don't know if Kansas is going to be able to support them. I'd say in 20 years after they build it, they'll be gone from the whole area because they won't be able to sustain it.
I appreciate the phone call. That part where he said, this is for the fans. I mean, come on now. I mean, you took the money. I'm not mad at you for taking the money. You got $2 billion today. You didn't take that $2 billion from me. You certainly didn't take it from me. You took it for yourself. This is for the fans. What are you talking about? I think a lot of people want Arrowhead to stay where it is. So, yeah, no, I did this for the fans. I'm sorry. I can't get over Phil LaVota just saying this. He said this on Friday.
And I'm here today because the state of Kansas is making noise. And depending on which media outlet you listen to, the deal's already done. Well, it's not. I've had weekly conversations with Mark Donovan, the Chiefs. We talked yesterday, we talked today, and he has told me there is no done deal.
That man was lying to you. You can't see that? You a politician. You traffic in lies. You got to be able to spot other people's lies. That man was lying on the phone to you. Oh, we don't got nothing done. You think all this just happened in the last 2 days? You think this $1 billion deal just came together? All of it just came together. You think the Clark and Mark Donovan just popped up in Topeka and they didn't have some kind of certainty that this thing? No, they lied to you. Or you lying to us. Somebody's lying. Coming up at the top of the hour, we will go to the mayor of Kansas City. Mayor Quint Lucas is having a "we lost" press conference. We'll play it. Keep it right here. It's The Drive.
The Drive with Carrington Harrison, brought to you by DM Injury Law. Have you or a loved one been in a car wreck? Contact DM Injury Law today and get the money you deserve. Car wreck? Remember, Mike's got this. Tune in Mondays at 4 to hear the play-by-play voice of the Chiefs, Mitch Holtis, on your home for Chiefs football. 96.5, The Fan. Here's traffic, brought to you by DM Injury Law. Have you or a loved one been in a car wreck? Contact DM Injury Law today and get the money you deserve. Car wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
Okay, 35, a little bit of a problem. You've got Overland Park, that's a stall off to the right shoulder, blocking part of the right lane. 35 southbound as you approach 69 southbound, and then the crash is 35 northbound, just past Shawnee Mission Parkway, off to the left shoulder, but again between Overland Park and Shawnee, big backups both directions. We've got a new crash, and that is 635 northbound at State Avenue. Blocking the right lane. I'm Val with traffic on 96.5 The Fan.
Chiefs coverage this past hour has been brought to you by WaysideWaves.org. Save a life this holiday season.
Wayside rescues thousands of animals each year. Your gift today provides a complete circle of life-saving care they need to heal and find loving homes. Donate today, and your gift will be matched. Visit WaysideWaves.org to make your life-saving gift today.
Hey, football fans, picture this. You bet your favorite player to score the first touchdown in the game, but his teammate scores instead. Well, if this happens, BetMGM wants to give you another chance at the end zone. With BetMGM's second chance promotion, you'll get your stake back if your first touchdown scorer scores second instead. That's right. Bet on any pro football player to score the first touchdown of the game. If you're right, you win. If your player scores second, you get your stake back in cash. With BetMGM's second chance offer, you have a chance to keep the fun going after the first player crosses the goal line. Try a first touchdown scorer wager with confidence today. BetMGM. Make it legendary. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 and older only. Missouri only. New and existing customer offer. Subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards paid back and unrestricted withdrawable funds. Please gamble responsibly.
My dad was killed by a drunk driver on Thanksgiving. Supposed to go over and I made him a cherry cheesecake.
My father and I were hit by a drunk driver and he was killed. We were driving home from Christmas shopping.
Driving impaired can forever change the holidays.
Just 2 days ago, I caught myself trying to call him.
Christmas is definitely not the same because you know that he's not going to be there.
Always drive sober. A message from the Kansas Department of Transportation and all the victims of impaired driving crashes.
It's holiday cheers time, and Gomer's Fine Wines and Liquors is here for it. With 5 locations, a wide selection, great prices, and friendly service. Gomer's Fine Wines and Liquors, family owned and KC proud since 1969.
Numerous brands to choose from, endless options, one incredible experience. At Aristocrat Motors, we treat every driver like royalty and offer the finest luxury vehicle experience in Kansas City. Come see us today and let us roll out the red carpet for you.
Hi, this is Kevin Harlan, and I'm here to tell you Rob Sight Ford is closing in on a record-setting year.
and they're doing whatever it takes to get there.
That's right, Kevin. We're pulling out all the stops to finish the year strong. 0% for up to 66 months on most Ford models, including F-150s, Escapes, Explorers, Super Duties, and Transits. Top dollar trade-ins and pricing other dealers won't match.
If you've been waiting for the moment to buy, this is it. We've got the vehicles. We've got the deals. We just need one thing, you behind the wheel.
Impeccable rhyme, Kevin. But hey, this is simple, upfront, and easy, and it all ends January 5th.
Kansas City's only top-rated Ford dealer on Google. 4.8 stars, nearly 3,000 reviews, and voted best car dealership in Kansas City by Kansas City Magazine. And now, we're going for the finish line. Rob Sight Ford. Buy right with Rob Sight.
135th and State Line or ROBSIGHT.com. You want inventory, you want price, you want more for your trade, let's make it happen.
End the year in a Ford before this event drives off.
Every big play starts with a first down, and every financial future starts with the right partner. Main Street Credit Union is not-for-profit and member-owned, which means we invest in you with guidance that's clear, tools that make sense, and people who actually listen. We're here to help you move the chains. Whatever your next move is, auto loan, savings goal, or paying off debt, let's make it one play at a time. Visit mainstreetcu.org to get started.
Be sure to follow us on Instagram at TheFan965 for behind-the-scenes videos like MVP Monday, Chiefs Take Tuesday, and Best Bets. This is your home for Kansas City sports. 96.5 The Fan, KFNZ, FM and AM, HD1 and HD2, Kansas City, an Odyssey sports station.
I don't think we've ever had a more requested guest on the show than Mayor Quentin Lucas is right now on the text line. Everybody wants him to come on the show. I have communicated that to the mayor and his people, and I'm doing my absolute best to get him on the show. Someone just texted in and said, please keep the Missouri calls coming from the fans crying and protesting that they won't go to the stadium. I'm just here. Nathan puts the people on hold. I take the call. We got Jeff on hold right now. I'll take his call. Jeff, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good. How you doing, C-Dot? I do want to let you know you're the only radio host in the Midwest I'd be on hold for 40 minutes for. First things first, I want to talk about your point about the dome. They're going to build a dome. There's, no question about it. Clark Hunt wants a dome. I think they're going to have a dome. My second thing would be Hartzell. Good luck if you got a debate for your upcoming race, man, because I don't know how anybody doesn't just throw this at your face the entire time. Thirdly, Hollywood Casino, please do not raise your table limits. We don't need that. I love you cheap baccarat tables. I'd love to play some cheap
All right, Jeff, I feel so. Jeff, call back in a little bit. I'm sorry. We got the press conference going. Hit it, Nathan.
The Kansas City Royals. While the teams are tenants of Jackson County, Kansas City government has worked hard, along with the state of Missouri and our new county administrative team, to put before the Chiefs a compelling offer of more than $1.5 billion in public support for the Chiefs to remain at their legendary home at Arrowhead Stadium. One city or one county cannot outmatch competing offers from a state in modern professional sports, and our collaboration with our Missouri partners has been essential. Although our conversations with the team extended to as recently as late last week, we understand that our very fair and very responsible financial offer of taxpayer support was surpassed thus far by an even more robust public financing package in Kansas. We are professionals and understand the Chiefs have a business to run, and today that the Chiefs made a business decision. We wish them well as they pursue their legislative and administrative steps ahead in Kansas, but remain committed to ensuring Arrowhead Stadium, Missouri, Jackson County, and Kansas City remain an option should the deal not conclude. In the event a new Kansas-based facility is built, we will wish them great success in their new suburban home. While I had my serious differences on this issue with former Jackson County Executive Frank White, and wish the processes and obstacles in 2023 and early 2024 could have proceeded differently, I, along with the governor, the county executive, city administrative staff, and other officials, have worked collaboratively and nonstop over the past year to provide a fair and robust offer for the teams, exceeding almost all prior pledges of public support in National Football League markets. Our unified, hardworking, and exceptional team we'll continue our strong efforts as we work to retain the Kansas City Royals in a transformational downtown facility. Great cities hold great venues, which provide not only revenue benefits, but also employ thousands, expose residents and visitors alike to new areas and businesses, and provide brand and cultural benefit to key parts of our community. While the Chiefs aren't going far away and aren't gone yet, today is a setback as a Kansas Citian, as a former Chiefs season ticket holder, and as a lifelong Chiefs fan. Today is a loss for the communities of East Kansas City, Independence, Raytown, and some of our favorite places en route to the stadiums, like LC's Barbecue. Today is a loss for the Arrowhead tradition that so many of us in the Chiefs Kingdom hold dear. At the new location, folks will make new memories. But for those of us who remember the painful days, like 3 missed field goals as a playoff 1 seed, and the joyous ones, like hoisting the Lamar Hunt Trophy for that first time at Arrowhead Stadium in 2020. Years growing up and growing old in the Arrowhead parking lot, and the outdoor stands that in the elements were one of the few places in our community where we came together, breaking through divides of age, hometowns, race, income, and politics. This will be a tough adjustment. I wanted my 2 young sons and your children and your grandchildren to get to experience that same Arrowhead experience. Years ago as a kid, my family was homeless for a while, and we lived in a motel not too far from the stadium. I knew we struggled, but I believed nothing was cooler than living within a stone's throw of what I thought then and think today is the greatest stadium in football. Like a lot of parents in Chiefs Kingdom, my single mother scraped some money together to get me to Arrowhead Stadium for my first game. 300 level upper deck for a 30-7 preseason loss against the Buffalo Bills in 1993. I've been hooked ever since. Business decisions are a reality, and we all understand that. But Arrowhead Stadium is more. It's family, it's tradition, and it's a part of Kansas City that we will never leave. Are there any questions for any of you? Yes, ma'am.
Clark Hunt spoke to media over in Topeka. He mentioned that it felt like Kansas had a more united front, and it felt like he was speaking to Kansas City, Jackson County, and the state of Missouri separately. Can you comment on this and how that might change or affect conversations with the Royals going forward?
You know, what I will say in regards to the Kansas City Royals is this, that I had a conversation with Governor Kehoe, with County Executive Lavoda, and everyone is working together and locked in to make sure that we can do good work to keep that team, not just in Kansas City, but to build a transformational downtown facility. I have no concern of the differences. I think many of you covered the past discussions and conversations as they existed with the prior county executive. There were differences of opinion in terms of the desire to retain these teams, the desire for different tax initiatives, funds, etc. I do think long-term that's something that we need to look to from this story. Kansas worked together across political aisles, across different levels of government. I think that was clear and important for them, and I commend Governor Kelly, whom I consider a friend, on making sure they organized that effort. I think going forward, Missouri, regardless of the politics, needs to make sure they're doing the same. But I will say this on behalf of Kansas City. I said in my remarks that we are not the landlord for the teams, either one right now. But throughout this process, dating back to 23, certainly through 2024, and immediately after the election, we have visited with these teams nonstop. We have made sure they know that we will work all that we can do to make sure they stay. It's just unfortunate that myself and the city council can't create star bonds. Next question.
The Chiefs, even prior to the April 2024 vote, specifically Mark Donovan said that the area surrounding Arrowhead was not worthy of development. What role do you believe the area there played in the fight that you had? And do you believe now that they are building a stadium district that was always their intention of something that they would want?
You know, I have a few comments on that. First of all, I think the world of Mark Donovan. I think he's a good executive, and you've seen the Chiefs' success relate to that. All that being said, those are good people, good, hard-working Kansas Cityans, Americans, and frankly, good, hard-working Chiefs fans, who, as I noted before, are proud to be close to that stadium. You know, when I was a homeless kid in a motel, I didn't have a lot to be proud of. I was proud of being close to Arrowhead. And so what city government, county government, and everyone involved needs to make sure they do is work to make sure that we continue to invest in that area. We cannot forget about East Kansas City. Frankly, what I think makes Arrowhead now somewhat special is that it is a melting pot of everyone. And frankly, the area around it is too. And so, no, it is not surrounded by fancy hotels. It is not surrounded by things you can spend $1,000 or $2,000 at. But you ask yourself at a certain point in life, does everything have to be? Can there be a place where we actually all come together? And I think that's what Arrowhead Stadium certainly was, and I hope that's what we see in the future. Yes, sir.
Do you feel like Frank White, this is his lasting legacy, is moving the Chiefs to Kansas?
I think Frank White's going to have a legacy of a great baseball player in Kansas City, and I think it'll come back to that. I think there will be a lot of discussions and probably after actions about what happened with these teams. Why did they go on the ballot together? Why did all the separate things happen along the way? And I certainly wish we could replay a lot of those steps. That being said, we're looking forward now. Forward for us is making sure that we continue to have good but responsible conversations with the Kansas City Royals. Because the other thing that I didn't hear, and I watched the press conference in Kansas, and I watched further discussions after that, a redirection of taxpayer funds are still redirections of taxpayer funds. We need to make sure that while we are responsible, we also are competitive. And I think what Kansas City finds itself in right now is making sure that it stays competitive, whether it's with neighbors across the street or around the world. It's disappointing sometimes that you have to fight those border war battles. And, you know, listening to this, everybody was saying there's all this new, these changes. The Chiefs have been here in the Kansas City area. They've been part of the Kansas City area. I think that, frankly, we are talking about continuing traditions, perhaps, but we need to find a way long-term in Kansas City to grow the pie, to make sure that we're actually building something new and dynamic for our metro, not jumping back and forth, which I think this will help accelerate. Yes?
Do you think the Jackson County, Kansas City, Missouri deal relying on voter approval kind of scared the Chiefs over to Kansas where they don't necessarily need that voter approval?
You know, I think there is an odd part of all of this, and I say this as the guy who has said that I believe that we will be able to come up with good terms for the Kansas City Royals that don't require a public vote. That being said, public engagement is a good thing. You know, I have heard lots of discussions over recent weeks about, you know, it's good that they don't have to go to the voters or they don't have to do that. You should actually still want to engage. And I hope that what we don't get out of this experience is to hell with the people. I'm not going to throw anybody under the bus, and we can go back to that election and look at all the different questions people have, of me as well, and say that, you know what, I'm not going to judge the people of Jackson County who said it. We wanted more information on a multi-billion-dollar deal. I'm not going to be unfair to them with that. I think that's what the people of our region deserve. That's what the people of Kansas deserve. That's if we get the Royals deal done, the people of Kansas City, Missouri deserve, and we'll make sure we do all of that. Yes. Go ahead.
All right, the after-action review in place right now by Mayor Quinton Lucas. Obviously disappointed that the city of Kansas City, Missouri and the state of Missouri will lose the Kansas City Chiefs to the state of Kansas. And this move is absolutely going to have a big economic loss in Missouri.
All right, Nathan. Nathan's telling me I got to start talking now. That was Mayor Quinton Lucas. I am working to get him on the show to ask him more of those kinds of questions. Why don't we do this? I took some notes while Mayor Q was talking. I will share with you those notes. If you want to call into the show, call up. I saw Jeff called. Jeff, I promise you I will take your call right after the commercial break. I owe you that. I apologize. We had to get you off the phone so quick. That's my bad. I mean that from a very true and genuine place. If you're on hold, stay there. 913-586-7965. We'll take more of your calls, and I will react to what you just heard from the mayor of Kansas City, Mayor Quinton Lucas. That's coming up. Keep it locked in on 96.5 The Fan.
The Drive with Carrington Harrison on your new home for Chiefs football. 96.5 The Fan, brought to you by DM Injury Law. Have you or a loved one been in a car wreck? Contact DM Injury Law today and get the money you deserve. Car wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
Hey, Missouri, if you haven't heard by now, good news. FanDuel Sportsbook is live in the Show Me State, and they're kicking things off with an offer that's tough to beat. Right now, new customers in Missouri can bet $5 and get $300 in bonus bets, win or lose. So whether it's football, basketball, hockey, or more, you can bet it all on an app that's safe, secure, and super easy to use. So download FanDuel today and head to FanDuel.com/Missouri and join the excitement. Remember, New Missouri customers can bet $5 and get $300 in bonus bets, win or lose. Because Missouri, it's time to play your game of FanDuel. FanDuel is the official sportsbook partner of 96.5 The Fan. 21 and present in Missouri. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. First online real money wager only. $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com.
At GEHA, we stand behind our members with access to a network of nearly 600,000 providers. GEHA is proud to offer dental plans exclusively for federal employees, federal retirees, and military retirees. Visit GEHA.com to learn more.
Arvest Bank believes in the power of serving others. That's why we're committed to supporting those who serve our communities. We believe that all communities deserve a financial partner who cares. Arvest. We believe.
Extra, extra, read all about it! The Fed just cut interest rates again, and that means now is the time to refinance with Golden Oak Lending. Lower rates mean lower payments, and our customers are saving hundreds every month. Plus, you can make no payments until next year. And if your loan doesn't close, we'll pay for your appraisal. Call 913-890-GOLD today and start saving.
Golden Oak Lending, cured my blues.
NMLS number 114937.
Are you in need of top quality metal for your next project? Look no further than Metal by the Foot. Whether you're a DIY enthusiast, contractor, or business owner, Metal by the Foot has the perfect solution for you. Steel, aluminum, brass, and stainless. The Foot. Blue Demon Welding Supplies, filler rods, and wire. The Foot. Bronius Professional Welding Equipment, service and repairs. The Foot. Located in KC and Topeka. Online at metalbythefoot.com. When you need a piece of metal, remember, metal doesn't have to cost an arm or a leg, just the Foot.
Hey, it's almost Andy Reid. Who knew dressing up for a Halloween ball would change my life forever? Now I get to celebrate with the best fans and everything Kansas City. Oh, yeah! My journey also led me to Renner Garage Door, Casey's go-to team for garage door repair, replacement, and service since 1956. Renner features an MVP lineup from Belden, Amar, and Liftmaster.
R-E-N-N-E-R, R-E-N-N-E-R.
My name is Whitney Allen. I am a widow. My husband Ryan died. We never thought in a million years we'd have to use life insurance. The unexpected happened. With Ethos, it is so fast and easy. It's 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage through Ethos.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/radio. That's ethos.com/radio.
Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks Vapor Stick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks Vapors in an easy-to-apply stick, and it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks Vapo Stick, soothing comfort for the whole family. And try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks Vapors when you need more comfort for yourself. Use as directed.
Guys, thanks for helping me carry my Christmas tree.
Zoe, this thing weighs a ton.
Drewski, lift with your legs, man.
Santa! Did you get my letter?
He's talking to you, Bridges.
I'm not that.
Of course he did, right, Santa?
You know, my elf Drewski here, he handles the nice list.
An elf? I'm 6'3". What everyone wants is iPhone 17. And at T-Mobile, you can get it on them. That center stage front camera is amazing for group selfies. Right, Mrs. Claus?
I'm Mrs. Claus's much younger sister. And at T-Mobile, there's no trade-in needed when you switch, so you can keep your old phone.
Or give it as a gift.
And the best part, you can make the switch to T-Mobile from your phone in just 15 minutes.
Guys, my side of the tree is slipping.
Timber!
The holidays are better at T-Mobile. Switch in just 15 minutes and get iPhone 17 on us with no trade-in needed. With 24 monthly bill credits for well-qualified customers plus tax and $35 device connection charge. Credits end and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. Finance agreement, 256 gigs, $830. Eligible port in a new line, $100 plus a month plan with auto pay plus taxes and fees required. Check out in 15 minutes or less per line. Visit T-Mobile.com.
'Tis the season to be boosting on FanDuel because this year you're getting 7 straight days of holiday rewards, each one waiting in the app for you to unwrap. Every day brings a new way to play, so keep checking in to see what dropped next. And it all leads to the Christmas Day special, where you get something extra special. 7 days of gifts, one big finale. Your holiday football just got a whole lot brighter. So head over to FanDuel.com, use my promo code KFNZ, and get into the holiday spirit. Every day brings a new way to play, so keep checking in to see what dropped next. FanDuel, play your game. FanDuel is the official sportsbook partner of 96.5 The Fan. 21 and present in Kansas. Opt-in required. Rewards are non-withdrawable. Restrictions apply, including bonus and token expiration, leg requirements, and max wager amounts. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. FanDuel is offering online sports wagering in Kansas under agreement with Kansas Casino LLC. Gambling problem? Get out with your best bet. Call 1-800-522-4700. Visit kansasgamblinghelp.com.
I'm Mitch Holtis, voice of the Chiefs. Everyone develops cataracts naturally as they get older. When your vision is affected by cataracts, you should see my doctor, Dr. Steven Silverstein at Silverstein Eye Centers. Dr. Silverstein is a world-renowned cataract surgeon who performs life-changing laser-assisted cataract surgery with premium lens implants to correct your vision up close and far away. Trust my eye doctor, Dr. Steven Silverstein, Silverstein Eye Centers, 816-358-3600 to schedule an appointment.
Chiefs coverage brought to you by Andy's Frozen Custard. Visit eatandys.com to find the location nearest you. Top your day with a smile.
Let me tell you about my good friend Andy from Andy's Frozen Custard. He's from Kansas City, never misses a game, and serves the world's finest frozen custard. Tailgate with a Pick 6, or grab a freshly made custom treat before or after a game, and tell him Mitch and Andy sent you.
Chiefs coverage sponsored by Park & Go. Your holiday travel made easy with all covered airport parking.
Heading out of town for the holidays? Make travel easy with Park & Go. Enjoy all covered parking, free shuttles, and luggage help that'll have you feeling merry and bright. Reserve your spot now at bookparkandgo.com. Happy holidays from Park & Go.
Here's traffic, brought to you by DM Injury Law. Have you or a loved one been in a car wreck? Contact DM Injury Law today and get the money you deserve. Car wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
Crash now, at least 7 in the curve. 470 southbound just past Strother. The left lane is blocked. Still working the wreck in Shawnee. That's 3 cars involved in this crash. Right lane blocked, 35 northbound at Shawnee Mission Parkway. New crash, K10 eastbound past Woodland. Left lane blocked there. I'm Val with traffic on 96.5 The Fan.
You're listening to 96.5 The Fan from the DM Injury Law Studios. Mike's got this.
Hey, it's Trey Smith from the Kansas City Chiefs. Welcome back to the Drive with CDOT on your home for Chiefs football. 96.5 The Fan.
All right, let me update you on something. Bob Fesco is finishing up a one-on-one interview with Clark Hunt. We will play that coming up in about 20 minutes. In about 20 minutes, I will play for you guys Bob Fesco, Clark Hunt, exclusive one-on-one. Normally, this is where I would start talking, but I really do feel bad for earlier, so I got to go back to Jeff and Payola. This is the guy from earlier, right, Nate? All right. Jeff, I apologize for earlier. It's the Christmas season. I can't do you like that.
It's cool.
I apologize.
Cool. You know,
I was wrong.
You're not the only host I'd be on hold for 45 minutes for. You're also the only host who could hang up on me and I'd call back just because you're such a nice guy.
Go ahead, my man.
Thing. Let me go down my checklist real quick. Dome stadiums happen. Hartzell deep fried himself. Hollywood Casino needs to keep their prices. Where am I at? Oh, yeah, this is to all the Missourians who was calling earlier. And I just need to say, y'all sound like a bunch of generational losers, my man. What are we doing out here? I'm not going to ever spend any money in Kansas. Sounds like you didn't want to spend any money in Missouri, and that's why your girl's sitting in my passenger seat. We're going across the state line. You victims. I'll hang up and listen.
Jeff, I appreciate you, man. I really do appreciate you. Thanks for calling back, man. Happy holidays. You want to take Bob here?
We do have Bob, and he's by himself. The interview's been recorded. This is just Bob.
At this point, I just threw my notes away. I just got to talk. I don't know what's happening anymore on this
We're just going with it, man.
Bob, how you doing, man? Appreciate you calling in.
Hey, I'm great, Carrington. How are you?
Well, I'm not as great as you are. You sound very chipper. I'm not as chipper.
Well, it's nice when you put 2 years of working into something and it actually happens and you can kind of, smile. That's all. It's great. Great day.
Is this your I was right this whole time phone call? Because I'm here for it, Bob. A lot of people are taking shots at you, Bob Fesco. Now, if you want to say I've been right on this thing the whole time, please take your time to say that because you were right.
Well, I'll wait, Carrington, in 2 weeks when I'm back in Topeka wearing a blue blazer. So.
Right now, we're joined by Bob Fesco. Bob, you just talked to Clark Hunt?
Yeah, I did, and he's really, really excited about this. And the interview will be coming here, obviously, in a little bit, and he should be excited. This is a big move. I started the interview with him, Carrington, asking about what would your dad think about this? Because, I just remember seeing how much Lamar always loved Arrowhead Stadium, and, this was their family home and all of that. And He goes, my dad would love this today because it's always about giving the best fan experience that we can possibly have, and not that Arrowhead is a bad experience at all, because it's an unbelievable fan experience. But this is going to be able to take it up to the next level and give the Chiefs that world-class facility that, quite frankly, every other organization now in the NFL is building. And you kind of just have to do that to stay up with the Joneses.
Well, I mean, I never thought the guy that just got $2 billion today was going to be in a bad mood. I mean, I'm sure that guy is through the moon right now. I guess this is my question, and I started the show with this. I think it is impossible to explain this to people who live outside of the region. I also think it's impossible to explain this fully to a person who is from Kansas. But having the Chiefs and the Royals on the Missouri side is a part of your identity as a Missourian. And one of the things that really stood out to me when Clark was talking, he was like, well, when I go around, no one really brings up the state line. Well, then you just don't really understand the dynamics of the city then, if that's the way that you feel. I do wonder if the Chiefs understand the point of pride that people feel that it is in Missouri, and now the disappointment that people feel that he is taking the team from them and now giving it to their rival, so to speak.
Yeah, and obviously that's a big deal, but we're not losing the team to Tennessee or to Salt Lake City or to Mexico City or London or, someplace like that. They're moving across the street and they're still in the region and they're still our team. And I think that's the important thing, because these teams are very valuable entities. I mean, St. Louis lost 2 football teams, in the last, 40 years or whatever it's been. And we don't want that to happen. And it wasn't like they left and went to, across the street to, somewhere in Illinois or something like that. They went across the country. They went to Arizona. They went to Los Angeles. And, that sucks. That's losing a team. This is maintaining the team in our community. And our community's changed a lot. I mean, this is a city that, 10, 12 years ago, nobody really knew much about Kansas City. And then the Royals went to the World Series. And then the Royals won a World Series. And then the Chiefs made the playoffs, and Andy Reid showed up, and Patrick Mahomes was here. Oh, my God, Kansas City is this unbelievable place. And so our city has grown, and the people have moved to the Kansas side of the state line. The economic engine of Kansas City is now on the Kansas side of the state line. It's just where this region has been trending for the last 25 years, and it's time to build new stadiums, and the state of Kansas can open up their coffers and not raise taxes on anybody and give them, I hate to use the term free money, but it's essentially free money that's being paid for by a user tax in the 60-40 partnership with the state of Kansas and the Chiefs. And it just makes too much sense. And, you laughed on Friday when I said they had that vote. They got their balls kicked in. They did. Who wants to go back to a vote of the people when you can just come up to Topeka and they sign a few papers and they give you the money?
I thought the most telling thing of all of it was, I don't know if it was during the press conference or after, it all just kind of blends together, but Clark just mentioned, well, when we had conversations with Kansas, there was just one person we were talking to. It was a very straightforward system. That is not the system the way that it's set up in Missouri. Like, a lot of things failed on the Missouri side, but their structure is what failed. You got to go through Kansas City. You got to go through Jackson County. You got to go through the state of Missouri. And it felt like it was very difficult to get all of those things to align for one purpose, where with Kansas, it was obvious. We want the Chiefs here. We will do whatever it takes to get the Chiefs here.
That's exactly right, and it's easier when you have that opportunity to do so. And maybe that's word to Missouri to maybe straighten some things out a little bit and reestablish the way that you do business in the state, because you just got your tails kicked in by the Chiefs in the state of Kansas, and you're probably going to get your tails kicked in by the Chiefs or the Royals in the state of Kansas here in a couple of weeks, and you got your tails kicked in by Lockton, and they're not the only ones of the big firms that are going to be leaving the plaza or be leaving the downtown area right now. People are looking for reasons to get out of KCMO instead of for reasons to be in there. And when they can go across the state line and get everything that they need and only have to deal with one person and it's easy, they're going to do that.
That is Bob Fesco joining us on the show. Bob, we're going to play your conversation with Clark Hunt here coming up in 10 minutes, man. Really appreciate you. Appreciate your hard work, man. Happy holidays.
Hey, Merry Christmas, Carrington. Love you.
Absolutely. That's our guy, Bob Fesco, joining us on the show. All right, these are my notes from Mayor Quentin Lucas. That feels like he talked 50 minutes ago, and it was just like 10 minutes ago. All right. This is in no order. No order. I don't want anyone to think this is no order. He was asked a very simple question about Frank White. I would ask him the exact same question. I know a lot of the blame is toward Mayor Quentin Lucas. I think a lot of the blame should actually be on Frank White. You were the point man in all of this. I think that Frank White is the one who has to wear this the most. Frank White's legacy is absolutely a phenomenal baseball player. It's really like a true American story. Kid grows up in the inner city, practices real hard, gets really good at baseball, gets to play for the hometown team, and goes on to be a Hall of Fame type player. It's an incredible story that everybody can support. For what I understand, we haven't heard there's no improprieties with Frank White. There's no skeletons in the closet. Frank White has been an outstanding citizen of Jackson County and of Kansas City, Missouri. After we get past the baseball part of things, the number one thing will be you lost the teams, and the second bullet point is going to be you messed up everybody's property taxes. You got to wear that. You have to. Some of you know a lot of the other good things that Frank White has done from a community government aspect. If you're talking to the casuals, the people that don't know ball in this analogy, that is how they are going to remember Frank White. He lost the teams. He messed up everybody's personal property tax. That is a incredible stain on your legacy. So that's one part of it. This is where I'm really torn in my commentary on this. Quinn Lucas spoke like someone died today. That's how he talked. He talked like someone died. And this is a really complex thing, I think, because of how we view our community. We don't view our community as one big happy family. We really don't view it. I'll tell you guys a personal story. When I first started doing this job, I was broke, really broke. Honestly, one day I got good enough at it, they gave me a decent amount of money to keep doing it. And I remember when I got this money, the first thing somebody told me was, oh, well, now you got to move to Kansas. And I looked at him and I was so confused. I was like, wait, why? He was like, well, that's what everybody does. I was like, what? Hold on. You're saying like now I'm doing a little better for myself, got a new car, I'm feeling good. I got to move to Kansas? He was like, yeah, like, why don't you move to like Roland Park or something? I was like, I'm from Missouri. I don't want to live there. Like, we don't view where we live as just one big happy region, like we're all one big happy family. And honestly, it's probably really stupid. I probably should have bought that house in Roland Park. Man, would have lived a great life. I don't want to live there. I have no interest in living in the state of Kansas. Just like some of you have no interest in living in the state of Missouri. That's just not where I'm from. And if I'm going to live in the area, I at least want to live where I'm from. So some of this is just the dynamics and the politics and the feelings and the emotion and the history between these two states, that it's really just a hypothetical imaginary line. But to us, that line means everything. It means absolutely everything. So I feel all of those emotions on one side of it, that feeling of disappointment. But on the other side of it is impossible to deny that this is really good for all of us. Even if you don't see that it's really good for all of us, we're going to host a Super Bowl. It's not a, well, maybe we'll host one. It is a definitely we are going to host a Super Bowl. It's in the NFL rules that we have to host at least one Super Bowl. We're going to have a Super Bowl here. It's going to be really, really cool. Like, it's going to be cool. Maybe you can't go, but it'll be very cool. And you'll get to do a lot of the other Super Bowl things that come with you having that event in your town, in your city. One day, the Final Four is going to be here. The Final Four hasn't been here since 1988. You might get the chance, and I certainly hope not. You might get the chance to watch the Kansas Jayhawks play in the Final Four in a brand new stadium next to the Legends. Like, just think about it. This is really the best thing for everybody. Honestly, it really is. But this is not a conversation about what's good for the region. That is not how we are discussing it today. It feels like one side won and the other side lost. And we are not celebrating this as some total win for everybody. Bob is right. It could have went a whole lot worse. We could have lost the team to a place where it's not just a hop, skip, and a jump to make it. That's what happened to St. Louis. That's what happened to Baltimore at one point. That's what happened to Cleveland at one point. Their teams just left. Just outright left. One day, gone. Not on TV, not around anymore. It's not what happened here. So it is going to be a massive change for all of us. Like, a community is changing. It is going to severely damage that part of the city. There's no question about it. That's going to be the case. But I would say as a whole, for the region, for all of us, in the 816-913-785-660, for everybody, this is a good thing. but it just doesn't feel that way right now. It's not even being spun by the people that live here. You see the text line. The text line is, we lost, we won. So it is impossible to not feel that way if you're on one of the two sides of this imaginary line. I also just didn't like this part of it. You know, we can have new memories in the new stadium too, right? Like, the memories just don't die. They don't go away. Like, we'll just create new memories. Quentin Lucas talked about that kid that grew up going to Arrowhead Stadium. There's going to be a new Quentin Lucas that has those memories about the new stadium, just like you and I did. We all grew up going to Arrowhead. We all grew up going to Coffin. That's how we all got here, where we care so much about sports. You know, they keep making new sports fans, right? Like, your kid right now that's into sports, you're going to be able to take him to the brand new stadium, an experience that you've never had. I didn't grow up in a brand new Arrowhead Stadium. Some of you are going to be able to take your child who's 12 years old to the very first game at new Arrowhead Stadium. It's going to be cool. And then he's going to have those memories. And you know what? All of the great games and stories that we've talked about for them in their current stadium, they're going to have that in a new stadium. They're going to have its own 13-second game. It's going to have its own Dante Hall punt return against the Denver Broncos. It's going to have its own Joe Montana magic. That's how sports work. It keeps going. It keeps going. So at that part, I just didn't like the tone of it. The Chiefs are not leaving. They're just moving. They're just moving.
Yeah, that parking lot's going to smell just as good as the one right now does.
They ain't cooking new barbecue over there.
It will. It'll smell the same. I'll go quick because I know we've got some callers waiting. I do think that maybe a little bit of the flack Mayor Lucas gets is unfounded here. Now, he deserves part of the pie, the blame pie that you discussed. And, you know, on your show last week, he said it just kind of comes with the office, that he takes the brunt of the blame here. I don't think, whether it's Frank White or whoever else, I don't think that these relationships deteriorated because of one person. I think the team is pretty obviously, you've used the analogy about the girl in the relationship. They're pretty obviously unhappy with the other person, the county, in this relationship, and have been for a while. So I think Frank White has the biggest share out of any person. I think Mayor Lucas has a share, but this has deteriorated over a number of years, and I think it's short-sighted to act as if there's one person or one group that has done everything to dissolve this. Well, like you said, it's the best thing for the area. Patrick Mahomes will be under 40 years old when the Super Bowl happens. It'll happen in the first 3 or 4 years of the stadium being open. So in addition to maybe the Jayhawks playing in the Final Four here, you could realistically see your team play in a Super Bowl in Kansas City, Kansas. That's incredible.
I'm not going to lie. I'm not cheering for that Final Four the way you're maybe cheering for.
I'm a Mizzou fan.
I'm not cheering for that.
I'm a Mizzou fan.
Okay, I'm making sure. I didn't know.
Region,
I wasn't sure. Right? The way you were saying it, like, oh, you were excited about it. I'm not excited about it.
Well, you brought it up, but didn't talk about the Chiefs, and so I just wanted to paint that picture too. Like, this is going to happen soon. It's not some like hypothetical in the distance. The Chiefs are opening this stadium in 2031. And Mahomes will be, what, at that point, 36, 37? I'm not sure of the math. The Super Bowl will happen in his career as well. So it is the best thing, and we are lucky that the teams are not going outside of the metropolitan area. But I think it's okay for Jackson County residents to feel like they lost today. I think they did lose.
Let's go to the phone lines, 913-586-7965. Let's go to Clint. He is in Shawnee. Hey, Clint, how you doing, man?
Hey, good, C-Don. How you doing today, man? Well, never mind. I
appreciate you calling in.
No, bro. I got you. All right, so, man, you've unpacked a lot since I've been on hold, so it's kind of thrown me for a little bit of a loop.
Go ahead.
You
got like 2.5 minutes. Go ahead.
Oh, man, don't tell me that. Yeah.
You can do a lot in 2 minutes, Clint, I know.
I've lived on both sides of the state line, but I am Kansas born and bred. I mean, my grandmother worked at Allen Fieldhouse for 21 years as the equipment manager, so I am a Jayhawk and a Kansas guy through and through. But I've also been a Chiefs and Royals fan my entire life. Not one time in my life has there ever been a moment where I felt slighted because I was on the Kansas side and my two pro sports teams were on the Missouri side. I can understand where Missourians are feeling a little, we'll say, butthurt, today. But at the same time, the only thing that I wanted out of any of this was that both the Chiefs and the Royals, wherever their new stadiums may be, that they stay in the KC metro area. Like you said, we aren't St. Louis. We didn't lose a football team 2 times. we're not getting relocated. It's still Kansas City. It's still going to be the Kansas City Chiefs. And Lord willing, hopefully it's still going to be the Kansas City Royals somewhere. I would actually prefer a downtown baseball park. I think baseball works downtown better than football would for sure. Assuming that we still have the room to tailgate like we love to at Arrowhead, I really don't see where people are going to be that upset about this, because at the end of the day, you got to think Clark Hunt wants to stamp his legacy like his father did with building a stadium. And regardless, we were going to have to get a new one. Now, granted, I would prefer it to be an open-air stadium. I love the weather games. I think that adds an element to it that, just like Buffalo's new stadium, it's going to be open-air. But, yeah, Clark is sitting there, just sitting there, show me the money. And building a dome stadium, it's going to get us a Super Bowl. It's going to get us a Final Four. It's just, yeah.
Clint, I'm with you, man. I appreciate the phone call, Clint. I appreciate the call. I want to read this to you guys really quickly, and then we'll play the audio with Clark and with Bob Fesco and Clark Hunt. This is a statement from Clark Hunt. Of course, it will be difficult to bid farewell to Arrowhead Stadium in a few years. Like so many of you, Arrowhead reminds me of family memories and unforgettable moments. But the truth is, what makes Chiefs game days so special is you. Seats don't make noise. Concrete doesn't intimidate opponents. Parking lots don't cook barbecue. You do. I think that is the most important part of all of this. Now, I know it's very easy to say if you're Clark Hunt and you made a deal that guarantees your organization $2 billion. Arrowhead Stadium is us. We are Arrowhead Stadium. It didn't randomly become the loudest stadium in the world. It didn't randomly create the tailgating environment. We created this. So now the challenges of preserving this memory and keeping Arrowhead one of those advantages is up to us in our community and continuing to make this one of the premier destinations to watch NFL games. I do agree with Clark there. It is going to be different, but if it is important to you for the Chiefs to have a home field advantage like they have, then it comes from us creating that advantage. We are now starting off with a blank slate. New Arrowhead will be what we make it. We'll hear from Clark Hunt next. Keep it right here. It's The Drive.
The Drive with Carrington Harrison on your new home for K-State Athletics. 96.5 The Fan. Brought to you by DM Injury Law. Have you or a loved one been in a car wreck? Contact DM Injury Law today and get the money you deserve. Car wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
Hey, football fans, picture this. You bet your favorite player to score the first touchdown in the game, but his teammate scores instead. Well, if this happens, BetMGM wants to give you another chance at the end zone. With BetMGM's second chance promotion, you'll get your stake back if your first touchdown scorer scores second instead. That's right. Bet on any pro football player to score the first touchdown of the game. If you're right, you win. If your player scores second, you get your stake back in cash. With BetMGM's second chance offer, you have a chance to keep the fun going after the first player crosses the goal line. Try a first touchdown scorer wager with confidence today. BetMGM. Make it legendary. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 and older only. Missouri only. New and existing customer offer. Subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards paid back and unrestricted withdrawable funds. Please gamble responsibly.
Numerous brands to choose from, endless options, one incredible experience. At Aristocrat Motors, we treat every driver like royalty and offer the finest luxury vehicle experience in Kansas City. Come see us today and let us roll out the red carpet for you.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You sort through tons of resumes and you get too many so-so applicants. You're just waiting for someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now, there's a place where you can meet them fast. ZipRecruiter.
Need to hire right away. Start your search for strong candidates. The right fit awaits. Build your team. Build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free, and you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Hellsberg gifts checked off the list. Now, time for wrapping. Earrings for mom. A gold bracelet to match the rings Danielle wears every day. And for dad, a new watch, because we all know he needs one. All right, this is gonna be a good one.
Our favorite things for your favorite people. Shop in store at Hellsberg.com for up to 50% off.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You sort through tons of resumes and you get too many so-so applicants. You're just waiting for someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now, there's a place where you can meet them fast. ZipRecruiter.
Need to hire right away. Start your search for strong candidates. The right fit awaits. Build your team. Build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free, and you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
'Tis the season to be boosting on FanDuel, because this year you're getting 7 straight days of holiday rewards, each one waiting in the app for you to unwrap. Every day brings a new way to play, so keep checking in to see what drops next. And it all leads to the Christmas Day special, where you can get something extra special. 7 days of gifts, one big finale. Your holiday football just got a whole lot brighter? Head to FanDuel.com/Alex to get in on the holiday spirit. FanDuel, play your game. FanDuel Sportsbooks, the official sportsbook of 96.5 The Fan. 21 and present in Kansas. Opt-in required. Rewards are non-withdrawable. Restrictions apply, including bonus and token expiration, leg requirements, and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. FanDuel is offering online sports wagering in Kansas under an agreement with Kansas Star Casino, LLC. Gambling problem? Getting help is your best bet. Call 1-800-522-4700 or visit ksgamblinghelp.com.
I'm Piera Palazzolo, VP of Digital Marketing for the American Management Association, a company focused on the management training skills needed to enhance the careers of business professionals. We did our research when it came to the best companies for website development and chose AmericanEagle.com. And we couldn't be happier. AmericanEagle.com worked closely with us to understand the front and back end requirements needed to launch an e-commerce website that could handle the complexities of running thousands of seminars nationwide. Our robust new website and improved SEO saw immediate increases in site traffic and web revenue. If you're in need of managerial effectiveness and success, visit our website at amanet.org. If you're in need of a website that provides an unparalleled consumer experience, I highly recommend AmericanEagle.com.
Transform your business today. Dial 877-WebNow1 for a free digital consultation with AmericanEagle.com.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You sort through tons of resumes and you get too many so-so applicants. You're just waiting for someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now, there's a place where you can meet them fast. ZipRecruiter.
Need to hire right away. Start your search for strong candidates. The right fit awaits. Build your team. Build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free, and you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Hey, it's Chris Jones,
from the Kansas City Chiefs. Welcome back to The Drive with C-Dot on your home for Chiefs football. 96.5 The Fan.
Please go use ZipRecruiter. Please. That's all I have. Coming up after the show, Clark Hunt sat down with Mitch Holtz. They talked for 20 minutes. That is going to be on the Chiefs Kingdom show coming up immediately after the show. So Mitch wanted me to tell you guys that. I want to tell you that. I can't wait to listen to it on the drive home. So, Nathan, help me understand. We have the interview with Clark Hunt, but we don't have the interview. What's happening?
We do not have the interview. We are waiting for that audio to come through from Topeka.
Bob trying to hijack us is what he's trying to do. So the interview is done. We just can't play the audio.
That's correct.
Okay. Someone said, do we need to hear the ZipRecruiter commercial again? I sat here and looked at Nathan like, what's going on here? Did I just hear this?
I'll play it
Please
3 more
use
times in the next
ZipRecruiter.
break.
Goodness gracious. All right. So I'll take these 2 phone calls. I have a lot more notes written down. I do want to take more of your phone calls here. Nothing makes sense right now. Corey, how are you doing, man? I appreciate you staying on hold.
Hey, brother. How you doing? Hey, I am tickled today. I'm in dead center Kansas. It's going to shave an hour or 2 off my drive. Man, and I was just in Vegas this weekend, too, driving by that beautiful Allegiant Stadium. You're telling me it cuts my drive and I get that beauty? Oh, it's good. It's a good day to be a Kansan. And you hit the head on the nail there with setting the new memories. My boys are 1 and 2. You know, I'm going to tell them I froze my ass off at that Miami game a few years ago. I also get to tell them about my Romeo Cornell-led team that beat that undefeated Aaron Rodgers squad back in the day. So fans ain't going anywhere. Like, they'll see. And one shout-out to my boy Jim. You know, he got a Christmas miracle. He gets to go get himself a brand-new, beautiful Bo Nix jersey, and he gets to watch his new favorite team play in his favorite stadium. I just don't think it gets any better than that.
All right, Corey. Thanks, man. I appreciate the phone call. I didn't know we turned into the Hot 88 there. We're never shouting people out on the show. I've lost all control on this thing.
Jim's a legend.
Hey, I want to shout out to Jim. He's getting what are we doing here?
I think today it's appropriate. Just for Jim.
He's going to shout out his high school class. What are we doing here? So I didn't know what was happening there. Someone on the text line. So I made the point from what Clark said. And Clark said, basically, you guys comprise of Arrowhead Stadium. And I agree. And then someone said, well, what about Las Vegas? This is a very different situation. The Raiders moved 9 hours away to a tourist destination. The Chiefs aren't even changing markets. It's the same market. Some of you listening right now live very close to where the stadium is going to be. This is not the same. This is a team that moved from the city to the suburbs. That's all it is. That's at the core, that's what we're talking about. Now, the suburbs in our city are just different than the suburbs in some other places, but that's what we are talking about. Fundamentally, we are talking about a team that was in the core of the city that now got money and moved to the suburbs. That's what happened. They are not changing markets. You know that same highway that connects where the new stadium is going to be? It's the same street as that connects the old stadium. Just take 70. Keep driving. That's it. Just keep taking 70. I'm sad about this too, but I do agree with some people on the text line. We are acting like the Chiefs are moving to Salina. They're not moving to Salina. They're not moving to Hutchinson. They're moving 25 minutes in the other direction. That's what they are. And that sporting game that you've been to, they're moving right over there. That NASCAR racetrack that you've been to, you know that couch that you're going to watch Monday Night Football on? They're putting the stadium over there, right next to Nebraska Furniture Mart, right over there in Cabela's and all those other places. Some people are acting like they're moving to some far, like moving to Hayes, Kansas. That is not where they are moving. Let's go back to the phone line. Steven is in Texas. Steven, how you doing, man?
Good. How you doing?
Appreciate you calling in.
Hey, I was just calling. I cannot wait. I really live in like Tonganoxie, but I'm down here visiting family in Texas.
Okay.
But man, I cannot wait. I'm so excited. Hello?
Yeah, I'm listening to you.
Okay. Yeah, man, I cannot wait. I've been waiting. I've been telling my family and friends since last year.
I got you, Steven. Happy holidays, Steven. Happy holidays. Nathan, that's your fault. I gotta, you know what? I gotta be Mayor Lucas now. I gotta start passing the blame. I gotta put the blame on you for
Frank
that one.
White. I'll be Phil Voda. I won't be Frank
I'm
White.
serious. I gotta put the blame on you.
Steven was
I'm
on hold for
sorry.
like
I got
an hour.
to.
The Christmas festivities sound like they've already gotten
sorry.
started in Steven's household. I don't know what's going on, man.
We might have to just only take calls from Missouri. All the Missouri people brought it today. It was hot. It was hot. If you missed the 2 o'clock hour, the Missouri folks, they've been mad all day. All right, this is what we'll do. Let's regroup here. Coming up at the top of the hour, I'll reset everything. There is one thing that I'm really, really frustrated about through this entire process, and I firmly believe that a lot of Missourians feel the exact same way that I feel. I don't even feel like the Chiefs tried. For them to tell me how important Arrowhead is and how it's been in their family for so long and how they grew up going to games and have all these special memories, I just don't believe they even tried to preserve it. And that part frustrates me. We'll talk more about that more coming up. Hopefully at some point we can play Bob's interview with Clark Hunt. We'll do all that. Keep it right here, so Drive.
The Drive with Carrington Harrison. Watch the show on YouTube by subscribing to the 965 YouTube channel. The Drive, brought to you by DM Injury Law. Have you or a loved one been in a car wreck? Contact DM Injury Law today and get the money you deserve. Car wreck? Remember, Mike's got this. 96.5, The Fan.
This season, enjoy stress-free comfort with easy booking and trusted service from Anthony. Save up to $4,500 on a new high-efficiency HVAC system. Schedule today at anthonyphce.com.
Hey, Missouri, if you haven't heard by now, good news! FanDuel Sportsbook is live in the Show Me State, and they're kicking things off with an offer that's tough to beat. Right now, new customers in Missouri can bet $5 and get $300 in bonus bets, win or lose. So whether it's football, basketball, hockey, or more, you can bet it all on an app that's safe, secure, and super easy to use. So download FanDuel today and head to FanDuel.com/Missouri and join the excitement. Remember, new Missouri customers can bet $5 and get $300 in bonus bets, win or lose. Because Missouri, it's time to play your game of FanDuel. FanDuel is the official sportsbook partner of 96.5 The Fan. 21 and present in Missouri. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. First online real money wager only. $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com.
Hi, this is Kevin Harlan, and I'm here to tell you Rob Sight Ford is closing in on a record-setting year, and they're doing whatever it takes to get there.
That's right, Kevin. We're pulling out all the stops to finish the year strong. 0% for up to 66 months on most Ford models, including F-150s, Escapes, Explorers, Super Duties, and Transits. Top dollar trade-ins and pricing other dealers won't match.
If you've been waiting for the moment to buy, this is it. We've got the vehicles. We've got the deals. We just need one thing, you behind the wheel.
Impeccable rhyme, Kevin. But hey, this is simple, upfront, and easy, and it all ends January 5th.
Kansas City's only top-rated Ford dealer on Google. 4.8 stars, nearly 3,000 reviews, and voted best car dealership in Kansas City by Kansas City Magazine. And now, we're going for the finish line. Rob Sight Ford. Buy right with Rob Sight.
135th and State Line or ROBSIGHT.com. You want inventory, you want price, you want more for your trade, let's make it happen.
End the year in a Ford before this event drives off.
Car wreck? Get the money you deserve. Mike's got this.
Paid for client portrayal and endorsement. The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements.
Give me one good reason why I should call DM Law.
How about 3 great reasons? 1, it's easy. 2, it's fast. 3, the results.
Mike's got this.
816-888-7500. Mike's got this.
This is Dana Hughes. In Kansas City football, we honor tradition, but we always look forward to what's next. That's why I'm all in for Flight by Yingling. It's brewed by the oldest brewery in America, but built for today. 2.6 carbs, 95 calories, crisp, clean, and full of flavor, just the way a light beer should be. It's got the legacy and the stats to back it up. Flight by Yingling, the next generation of light beer and the official beer of Dana Hughes. B.G. Yingling and Son, Pottsville, Pennsylvania.
My dad was killed by a drunk driver on Thanksgiving. Supposed to go over and I made him a cherry cheesecake.
My father and I were hit by a drunk driver and he was killed. We were driving home from Christmas shopping.
Driving impaired can forever change the holidays.
Just 2 days ago, I caught myself trying to call him.
Christmas is definitely not the same because you know that he's not going to be there.
Always drive sober. A message from the Kansas Department of Transportation and all the victims of impaired driving crashes.
If ringing in the holidays includes cheers and libations, Gomer's has your back. Voted #1 Casey Liquor Shop, they offer a wide variety of beer, wine, and spirits at great prices. Stop by one of their 5 locations. You'll be glad you did.
The holidays are here, and so's the newest Academy Sports and Outdoors, right in your neighborhood. Score kids ride-ons that say, my 8-year-old's truck is nicer than mine. Grills and smokers that say, there is no wrong way to cook a turkey. And new Nike fleece hoodies that say, I keep it chill no matter the temp. Academy has all the legendary Christmas gifts your family wants at undefeatable prices, because here, fun can't lose. Win Christmas at your new Academy Sports and Outdoors.
Thanks for calling the Holiday Gift Line from the Missouri Lottery. If you still have presents to buy, don't panic. Missouri Lottery holiday scratchers and draw games are perfect for everyone on your list 18 and over. And you don't even need a gift receipt. Happy holiday gifting from the Missouri Lottery. Play responsibly.
Chiefs coverage this past hour has been brought to you by WaysideWaves.org. Save a life this holiday season.
Wayside rescues thousands of animals each year. Your gift today provides a complete circle of life-saving care they need to heal and find loving homes. Donate today, and your gift will be matched. Visit waysidewaves.org to make your life-saving gift today.
Here's traffic, brought to you by DM Injury Law. Have you or a loved one been in a car wreck? Contact DM Injury Law today and get the money you deserve. Car wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
Blue Springs still working that crash out there, 70 eastbound as you approach 7 Highway. Left lane is blocked, one right lane moving pretty smoothly. That's where you want to be. The crash in Shawnee there, 35 northbound at Shawnee Mission Parkway in the right lane. And then you'll encounter 635 northbound at Merriam. That's a stall off to the left shoulder. I'm Val with traffic on 96.5 The Fan.
Hey, it's George Karloftis. The Chiefs Radio Network pregame show starts 3 hours before kickoff right here on your home for Chiefs football, 96.5 The Fan.
KFNC FM and AM, HD1 and HD2, Kansas City, an Odyssey sports station.
All right, congratulations on getting through your 9 to 5. I always love doing these kind of shows. This might be a bad analogy, but it's the analogy that popped in my head. Have you ever been watching a movie with your wife, and you and your wife have the same amount of information, and your wife will then ask you questions like you've already seen this movie before? Babe, what's about to happen? We started watching the movie at the exact same time. I have no clue. Why don't we just see what happens? I'm reading the text line. You guys are just asking questions that I just don't have the answer to, and none of us have the answer to. I know about the 1% sales tax. Trust me, I live in Missouri. I pay it too. We're going to have the Jackson County Commissioner on. I'll ask him tomorrow. You are now losing an NFL team. That is money that was coming directly into your state that is now leaving. How do you make up for that money? Where does that money go? I don't have the answer to it. You don't know. Let's find out together. We're going to find out all at one time. There's a million questions right now. Hey, what's the tailgating going to be like? Man, I don't know. They just announced the stadium today. I don't know. We'll all find out at the same time. All right. This is what I would like to do. We're going to take some phone calls here. We finally have the interview with Clark Hunt and Bob Fesco. We'll play that. I'm going to call this segment Facts and Feelings. I'm going to tell you how I feel some. I'm also going to tell you the facts. Why don't we start with the facts? Because I see a lot of this sentiment on the text line. Man, Lamar's rolling over on his grave. How could Clark do this? This is very, very important, and I want every single person to listen to this. There is no offer in the state of Missouri. There is not an offer. There is a 50% offer that is suggested, but is contingent upon money being generated by the city or county. That money has not been figured out because the tax failed. So in all of this, that is a very important thing to note. So if we are now going to just lay out the most basic structure of all of this, Kansas has a concrete plan and way to help pay for the stadium. Missouri does not have a concrete plan to pay for the stadium. They failed a tax. They failed a vote. They have not been able to get another one on the ballot so the people of Jackson County could vote on whether or not to continue to help fund the stadiums. That is very, very important here. I want to preserve Arrowhead. I feel like a lot of people wanted to preserve Arrowhead. Some of this, I think, is the Chiefs' fault. And that's where we'll get to the feelings part of all of this. But the facts part of it is there is no offer in Missouri. There is a offer in Kansas. If you are a recruit and one school is telling you you can commit today and the other one is like, well, we got to see the scholarship offers and where we're at, most people would take the bird in the hand scholarship offer. That is what Kansas did today. This is partly because of the failed vote last April. I'm not blaming anybody for why it failed. I was a part of the people that voted yes on this thing. We covered this thing. You guys were here extensively. But we cannot deny, this is another fact, we all knew this was a possibility. A yes vote was preserving Arrowhead and keeping it. I didn't love the plan. I told you guys I didn't love the plan. But I knew that the only way to guarantee that they stayed in Missouri was to get up off my ass and go vote in this thing. So I did. I woke up and I voted in this thing. I can even tell you guys exactly where I voted at. I knew that was my responsibility as someone who lived in Jackson County and Missouri, if that's where I wanted the stadium to be. A no or not voting or not participating in the vote was going to lead us here. It was going to lead us here. Now, this is the feelings part of it. I think the Chiefs always wanted this. You cannot go on Google right now and go back and look up the renovation idea from April of last year and then tell me that you think the Chiefs did everything in their power to stay. The proposal that they gave us to vote was unimaginative, not creative, uninspiring, and lazy. It was like ChatGPT just spit out something and they wanted us to vote and give them our money so they could put something together. I hated their renovation plans. I still don't know what the vision was for the space that is going to be left by Kauffman Stadium. I hated their plan. I think the Chiefs wanted to do this from the very, very beginning. I think the Chiefs wanted to get as far away from Jackson County and the government and people that run it. I think they wanted to get as far away from the state of Missouri as possible. I told you guys this when it happened. It was very symbolic to me how Clark Hunt could ask for our money and then not even show up at the event. Whether the vote had passed or lost, he wasn't there, and he met with Kansas that night. There were so many breadcrumbs that have been thrown over the last year and a half that should have told us we were going to be here. That was number one. He couldn't even show up. He couldn't even vote in the election for it. That was a sign. When they had a press conference and Mark Donovan said that we don't see the Truman Sports Complex as viable, where we think that we have made all the money that we can from this part of the city, that was another sign. They have been dropping these breadcrumbs and letting us know for 18 months they were moving. And the offer that they are taking is a really, really good offer. They just got $2 billion today. Like, can you just sit back? They got $2 billion. I gave this number earlier. Allegiant Stadium cost $1.9 billion. 1.9. They just got up to $2 billion from the state of Kansas to build this stadium. The stadium is going to be amazing. So one side of me wants to be mad, and I am frustrated. And this is another part when it comes to the feelings. How you identify yourself as a Missourian is tied into you having the teams. I've been reading the text line over, and maybe you guys have never been in this situation. I've been in this situation dozens of times. When you go somewhere and they ask where you're from, and you say, oh, I'm from Kansas City. A lot of the times they'll say, are you from Kansas or Missouri? I get offended when this question is asked. I'm from Missouri. Nothing wrong with being from Kansas. A lot of you from Kansas. I'm sure Kansas is great, but that's not where I'm from. The point of pride that I have is being born and raised in Kansas City, Missouri, and I've never lived anywhere else. I don't really have that much of a desire to live anywhere else. I'm happy being from Kansas City, Missouri. I'm proud to be from Kansas City, Missouri. So I think you also identify yourself. You walk around as a badge of honor of, man, we got the teams. I'm sure you guys got a lot of great stuff over there in Kansas, but you got to come over here to come to concerts. You got to come over here to come to Union Station. You got to come over here to go to the zoo and to go to a baseball game and go to a football game. It is a point of pride that Kansas people cannot understand. We were not born in the same place, even though we were. And yes, it's stupid. Yes, it's petty. Yes, these things are all of ours to use and enjoy and share. But there was a point of pride that you held as a Missourian because it's yours and it's on your side of state line. And Clark Hunt today took that from us. The text line is not filled right now with unity for the region. It is tribalism. It is our side won, your side lost. Our side did exactly what we were supposed to do, and your side fumbled. And it's impossible to not feel that way today. So that's the facts and feelings part of this. I have no question that the new stadium is going to be amazing. I really think it's going to be amazing. I've been to Allegiant. I've been to Dallas Cowboys. I've been to some of these stadiums. The new stadium is going to be first class. It is going to be amazing. But there is a measure of sadness today because the Kansas City that we knew, the Kansas City that we grew up with, the memories, the times, that those are changing today. Our community is changing today. I want to give you guys a little bit of an update before we go back to the phone lines. Phil Lavoda is going to be on the show tomorrow. He's the Jackson County Commissioner. He took over for Frank White after Frank White got fired. Phil Lavoda, you might not know, who is that? Oh, he said this on Friday.
And I'm here today because the state of Kansas is making noise. And depending on which media outlet you listen to, the deal's already done. Well, it's not. I've had weekly conversations with Mark Donovan, the Chiefs. We talked yesterday, we talked today, and he has told me there is no done deal.
That man was playing you. I'm here to tell you right now, that man Mark Donovan was on the phone telling you incredible lies is what he was telling you. That man was in your emails lying to you. This deal did not just pop up in the last 72 hours. You don't do $2 billion worth of commerce over a weekend. They've been hammering away at this thing for quite some time. I was told earlier today that a handshake agreement happened between Kansas and the Chiefs 12 days ago. So no, either you were lying or you just didn't know, which is very symbolic because you've been playing catch up with the state of Kansas now for 18 months. They've just been beating you. All the reports, all the rumors, all the smoke. You had no reason to believe that the Chiefs are about to renovate their stadium. None. Nothing happened in 2025 to make you think that the Chiefs were staying. Everything happened to let you know that they were leaving. Remember that story that just popped up about the shooting that happened and it just magically went away? We never heard anything about it. Then in the middle of negotiations, the story just popped up and then we never ever spoke about it again. They've been doing this stuff for a year. They've been telling you what's about to happen. All we had to do was pay attention. Let's take some phone calls here. Bob is in Independence. You called up. Bob, how you doing, man?
Good. How you doing, C-Dot?
Doing good, man.
Well, I mean, I guess I'm not doing that good.
I got you. I follow.
I'm over here in Independence. Stadium's 12 minutes away from my house, about to go to 45 minutes. And I'm sitting here listening to people from Tonganoxie talk about how they're going to raise their kids in this new stadium like they don't know how a new stadium works. You got rights to a seat, number one, that they're going to sell. That doesn't even guarantee your season tickets. They're going to sell it to you for the rights to your season tickets. Then they're going to sell you the season tickets. No average Joe is going to be able to afford this. We're not sitting over here like we're Chicago and big spenders. Our billfolds are fat and ready to go here. This is Kansas City, Missouri. We're affordable living, and everybody's ready for their ticket prices to quadruple. 5 times that. I'm a season ticket holder for 50-plus years in the company, and people don't understand what these prices are about to go to. It's going to be absolutely ridiculous. The average Joe is not going to be able to afford it, and everybody thinks they're going to raise their kids from western Kansas on this is crazy. Eastern Jackson County isn't traveling that far anymore. We're going to be done with it, and it's just, you know what? It's sad. It's sad what it's going to go to now, where they're moving in. It's all about owning the land. Like you said, they've been working on this for a long time. Clark Hunt wants to own the land. His dad was a pioneer, and he just wants to suck up as much money as he can. He's not a pioneer for doing this. Lamar was. But you know what? It's sad. People aren't going to be able to afford it like they think it is. You're not going to a $100 game anymore. It's going to be 4 times that price.
I'm with you, Bob. I appreciate the phone call. It is definitely going to be expensive. This is the I'm sorry. I got to keep it honest with you guys. Almost every single business owner would have taken the deal that Clark Hunt took today. They are giving you the land to build the stadium on, and they are giving you the opportunity to outright own the stadium? And they're giving you $2 billion? And the money that you don't have, the money that you're going to need to raise, I'm just going to charge the PSLs and the fans are going to help me pay for it? Every single team would have taken the deal that they got offered today. Again, I want you guys to say it with me. There is no offer in Missouri. The money that was put up by the state of Missouri that is good for 50%, it is only good if a tax passes in Kansas City and or Jackson County. There has not been a tax that is passed. Missouri does not have an offer solid for the Kansas City Chiefs. So they took the one offer that they do have that's worth $2 billion. Let's go back to the phone lines. Ronnie called into the show. Hey, Ronnie, how you doing, man?
Good, man. Long-time listener.
I appreciate
called a couple times in the past, man. Love the show. So originally I'm not from, Kansas City. I've been there about 11 years. But the whole debate, I just want to kind of chime in on, seeing both sides and how a lot of emotions are involved. And at the end of the day, man, I'd say just be grateful. The Chiefs are still within the realm of, of a 20, 30, depending on where you're at, of course, of a drive, from us. Not like they're moving a couple states away. It's not like we're losing to a whole other state. Missouri basically is losing to a whole other state. But, everybody, like you said earlier, goes to Kansas for different reasons, and everybody goes to Missouri for different reasons. We all drive back and forth between that imaginary line between us. It's at the end of the day, it should be about unity. We still have our team. Should be, it's just crazy to fathom about anybody contemplating burning, Chiefs jersey and wanting to turn their back just because the team is trying to do best by providing something for all of us to enjoy. There's going to be memories there. So I just wanted to chime in, and just say it should be more about the unity aspect, that we didn't lose our team to a whole other state that's barely impossible to get to, just to watch that team. So
I'm with you, Ronnie. I appreciate the phone call. I 100% agree with you, at least when it comes to that. They are not leaving the market, 100%. And ultimately, that's all that should matter. But we live here, and we also know that's not all that does matter. But I 100% agree with you. They're staying in the area. I do firmly believe this. I have no way of knowing. I do firmly believe this. I don't think the average fan cares about that. I think there is the hardcore sports fan that cares so much about the regionalism and the competition between Missouri and Kansas. I do not think the average person cares where the stadium is. You want to know how I know? Because there was a vote that if you felt this strongly about it not going to Kansas, and in the way that it was communicated and the marketing for this, they kept telling you that was a fear, and they played off the fear that Missouri people have about taking your business from the 816 side to the 913 side. More people would have went out there and voted. Less people voted yes on this thing than go to an actual Chiefs game. Less people for this. Like 60,000 people voted for this thing. There's 700,000 people that live in the county. So I don't think the average person cares. I think the average person feels the way that Ronnie feels. Hey, this whole Missouri and Kansas thing is really stupid. We're all in the same area. I live here, but my family lives over here. I'm constantly going over there. A lot of people like me, you work on one state, you live on the other side of state line. I love this restaurant in Kansas, but I go over here to Missouri. As long as it stays in the region, I do not care. I think there is a lot of people that feel that way. I don't want you calling up the Sports Talk Radio. I want to hear more of the anger. The text line wants it too. But I really do believe the average Kansas Citian, whether you're on the Missouri side or Kansas side, I don't think where the stadium is of high priority as long as it's here. And it's still relatively close. They did not move to Topeka. They moved around in the market. They are in the same market, but they did not leave the area. And ultimately, I think that's what people care about, is keeping it here.
I'll also say we had a few callers back talk about the average fan in that they're going to be priced out of the new stadium. Now, I'm not denying prices are going to go up. These PSLs will be involved. I'm not here saying ticket prices won't change. Man, a lot of the average fans, a lot of the middle class, they were priced out when Patrick Mahomes got here. if you can afford Chiefs tickets currently, season tickets, you're doing better than so many people in this market.
That part to me is I do think it's a little, it's going to be more expensive, right? I think we all do know that.
It is.
But you are right. I do think now we are painting it like Chiefs games right now are so cheap and affordable, and they're for the everyman, common man, and now you're going to be priced out of it. No, going to Chiefs games are really expensive now. It is certainly going to get a little bit more expensive in the new stadium. No question about that.
Yeah, I'm with you. It'd be $10 to get in this Thursday. But in general, the Lions game earlier this year on Sunday night, or another primetime game, man, it's $300 on the secondary market plus fees, man. If a couple of two wants to go to the game, buy parking, spend, eat, tailgate, you got to be ready to spend $1,000 as it is already. So this whole the average fan is going to lose in this, I don't see that as the case at all. I think tailgating is going to stay the same, and it's the same as it is now. If you can afford season tickets, you're doing all right.
Someone on the text line said, let me find this real quick. Text line 913-586-7965. CDOT, do you think that the failing owner grades for facility played any part in Clark's mind of getting a brand new facility? No, I think you paying for it played a big part in him getting a new facility. He didn't want to do a new facility when he had to pay for it. Now somebody else going to pay for it? Oh, absolutely. This is like right now. This is when you just start ordering stuff if somebody gives you a gift card or tells you your meal's comped. Like right now, if I told you tonight, hey, you know what, Nate? You did a great job, man. Why don't you take your lady, you guys go down to Golden Ox. You're going to start ordering stuff you didn't even think about before. What does it matter? Somebody else is paying for it. So, yeah, of course, I definitely want the Wagyu meatballs. You don't never get dessert if you paying for it. If somebody else is paying for dessert, oh, give me a cheesecake. So, yeah, I think that think about it. They're getting new facility. They're getting a new practice. Yeah, they weren't doing these things when they had to pay for it. Now somebody else about to pay for it. Oh, absolutely. They're about to go crazy with your money. They're about to go insane. This is going to be like at Christmas time whenever they let kids run around Toys R Us for 8 minutes. Oh, they're about to go crazy. This is about to be like supermarket sweep. Start throwing random stuff into the cart. Oh, they're about to build a football palooza on Kansas's dime. We got 2 more phone calls here. We will play the Clark Hunt and Bob Fesco. We'll do that coming up in 10 minutes. And Bob Fesco, that, and then we'll play Mitch Holtis. He also talked to Clark Hunt as well. All right, let's take this call. Josh called into the show. Hey, Josh, how you doing, man?
Hey, man, I'm doing good. How are you?
Doing good, man.
Appreciate you taking my phone call. I'm with, was it Bob a couple phone calls ago talking about how all these Kansas residents from, cities I can't even pronounce, from western Kansas, middle of Kansas, trying to make new memories at the new stadium and all that type of stuff, and how people in like eastern and like southern Jackson County aren't going to want to make the drive. I mean, I know it's only an hour, but I mean, no one's going to really want to make the drive up to the Legends every other weekend to go to a Chiefs game and make the drive all the way back. And just like, yeah, I think it's just absolutely ridiculous how, not like the average fan, like, I don't know who is producing the show with you. I know it's not Drew or not Drew. Rob, he's not producing the show, how he was saying that like the average people or person is able to go to the game now, they'll be all right to go to the new stadium. And I think that that's completely false, because I feel like most of the seats there are, I feel like the cheapest ticket that you'll be able to find might be around $300 to $400 without fees or parking or anything like that. And then just a couple other things on Mayor Quentin Lucas. He was on your show on Friday, and I just think it's absolutely ridiculous, and I don't know why it's not being talked about more. Like, I know how you had the Jackson County representative, I forget his name, how he was saying how all this Kansas talk is all smoke, and it's not going to happen. Like, why are we not talking about this more, and how Quentin Lucas pretty much lied to the people of Kansas City and Jackson County, and told us not to worry about anything, and told us all this, how it was all just talk, and how they had an offer on the table when clearly they didn't. And now, since the stadium was obviously passed today, and now they're just scrambling, and they're just thinking to themselves oh, now it's too late. Like, what do we do? And they can't do anything now because it's already passed. But I don't know. I'm so fed up with all this, and Quentin Lucas, I know he doesn't really play a huge part, but he is the mayor of Kansas City, and he had a pretty big voice in all this, and he was, really making it sound like for the last week or so, or a couple weeks, that it was not going to pass in Kansas, and now here we are, and now it's already gone. So I'll listen off air. Appreciate you taking my phone call.
Absolutely, Josh. I want to be clear about what Nathan said. Nathan said it's already expensive to go. And one thing, and I hope you guys know that I'm on your side. I do think we're already complaining about the prices at the new stadium without any clue of what the prices are going to be. It's like preemptively complaining. I'm all for complaining once we see what the price is. Like I'm seeing this guy on the text like, C-Dot, you're wrong. It's going to be $10,000 for a PSL. I don't know how much it's going to cost. Like we're just now making up numbers of how expensive it's going to be. I'm not saying it's going to be cheap. Something usually brand new and nice is normally not cheap. But to your point, and I do agree with this, it's already not cheap to go to a Chiefs game. It's already expensive to go to a Chiefs game. That stopped being an event for the common man a long time ago. Once they started winning championships, that is not the, hey, I can take my family of four to the event. So that's all I'm saying. They are going to price people out. They've already been pricing people out of the experience of going to Chiefs games. Certainly the good ones. I mean, hey, if you want a cheap experience for everybody, go on Thursday. They've given tickets away on Thursday. So, yeah, I will defend you a little bit there, Nathan.
Real quick, when parking went from $40 to $60, we almost burned down the stadium.
They've been taxing you. They've been taxing you out there. Let's take one more phone call here, Mario. Mario, how you doing, man? I appreciate you holding.
Carrington, I'm pissed, okay?
Oh, here we go.
I'm going to tell you something, Carrington. I'm not giving no discounts, and I ain't taking no coupons. Lucas, you are no longer mayor of nothing. You are just Lucas. And as far as I'm concerned, Lucas and White, you on the list. It's the Lucas and White list. Two losers is what you are, okay? You let Missouri down today. You turned Kansas City into a podunk cow town, a.k.a. Omaha Junior is what Kansas City is now. Now, you put that in your pipe and smoke it. And I got another thing I got to get off my chest, Carrington.
Go ahead, you got it.
Fesco is on here. Fesco is on here. He's so elated. Ain't you from the Lou? Ain't you from Missouri? But I guess this puts a little bit more shine on your side of the state. That now Missouri is officially, Kansas City, Missouri is a cow town. Because you on here talking, Fesco, like you getting your gun off. What are you, a sellout or what? I got a problem with that. And all you people, now what happens in Kansas City, Missouri? You guys, all of you people in the politics should turn in your resignation effective immediately. Lucas, White, don't let me catch you outside after dark, because we will not be held responsible for what will be done to y'all. And the rest of you cronies who were sitting back there and waved goodbye, you probably got a kickback. You probably already got season tickets in the new facility. But let me tell you something. All of y'all should turn in your resignations effective immediately. You shouldn't be allowed to run for dog catcher or any office in this state or any other state for that matter. And Lucas, I'll vote for anybody that ever runs against you because you are a liar. You don't have integrity. And that other guy that you ran that clip on, he's a liar too. They took Frank White. You knew that the game was over, the jig was up, but you come on national TV and television or radio insulting everybody's intelligence. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. That's why I don't like politicians, because you're a bunch of liars. When your lips is moving, it's a high probability that you and I both know that you're lying.
Mario, I appreciate the phone call, man. I just want to go ahead and say that the opinions communicated in that call do not reflect the feelings of the drive. We are not threatening anybody. I want people to be able to walk around the town freely. That's it. I just want to let people know that that's the case. I do want to give you an update. I want to give you an update. Phil Lavoda, he's going to be in studio tomorrow. I'm going to see if he's willing to take phone calls, if I'm being completely honest with you. At this point, I don't care. I'm willing to see if he's willing to take calls from the people tomorrow when he's in studio. The mayor is going to be on the show tomorrow. Ty Masterson is going to be on the show tomorrow. So we got you covered. All right? We're going to sit back. We all need to, I think, come down after Mario's phone call. Mario said, don't let me catch you outside. I was like, wait, hold on. I can't support this. Please don't put that on me. You should have saw Nathan's eyes. He started looking like, hold on, I didn't do that. I didn't threaten nobody.
Hopefully you're telling our listeners new information.
I tried to keep that little piece off the air. I shouldn't even be here today. I came here out of the kindness of my own heart today. I came here for the love of the game. I came here for the love.
I mean, that call was for the love of the game, C-Dot.
Yeah, if I get fired because of that call, I'm going to find Mario after dark, is what I know. We got Bob Fesco's interview with Clark Hunt. We're going to play it for you next. Keep it locked in. It's The Drive.
This is Wyatt Thompson from K-State, and you're listening to The Drive with C-Dot right here on 96.5 The Fan and the Odyssey app.
Brought to you by DM Injury Law. Have you or a loved one been in a car wreck? Contact DM Injury Law today and get the money you deserve. Car wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
Well, the holidays are officially here, and that means you're going to be doing some cooking, whether you're doing it tonight or maybe you're doing it tomorrow. And as we get closer to that and you're starting to prep those meals, you're going to start thinking about the flavor and how you can get the most flavor. Well, you guys already know. It's my friends over at Gates Barbecue. Try any one of their seasonings this holiday season. They got the extra hot, they got the original, they got the sweet and mild, and they got the salad seasoning. These flavors go great with whatever you're making this holiday season. So throw them on your green beans, throw them on your veggies, and most importantly, when you get up in the morning and you're making breakfast, throw them on your eggs. You gotta season your eggs. That's what we learned this week on the show. No matter what your holiday plans are, be sure to include Gates Barbecue. So whether it's getting the seasonings and the sauces to go with your meal, maybe you got a holiday party, go ahead and pick you up a party tray. You'll be the man of the party when you walk in with that party tray and everybody gets a smell of that Gates Barbecue. You can also stop by for dinner today. You know you don't want to cook dinner for yourself because you're cooking dinner for tomorrow. So go in there, stop by, get yourself a beef on bun, get yourself a mixed plate to go, get yourself a half slab of ribs, and enjoy the rest of your evening. It's Carrington Harrison from The Drive here telling you to go stop by the best barbecue restaurant in town, my friends over at Gates Barbecue.
Hey, football fans, picture this. You bet your favorite player to score the first touchdown in the game, but his teammate scores instead. Well, if this happens, BetMGM wants to give you another chance at the end zone. With BetMGM's second chance promotion, you'll get your stake back if your first touchdown scorer scores second instead. That's right. Bet on any pro football player to score the first touchdown of the game. If you're right, you win. If your player scores second, you get your stake back in cash. With BetMGM's second chance offer, you have a chance to keep the fun going after the first player crosses the goal line. Try a first touchdown scorer wager with confidence today. BetMGM. Make it legendary. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 and older only. Missouri only. New and existing customer offer. Subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards paid back and unrestricted withdrawable funds. Please gamble responsibly.
At Busey, banking is about more than numbers. It's about relationships. For over 150 years, we've been helping individuals, families, and businesses reach their goals with personalized service and local decision-making. Whether you're opening your first account or planning your next big move, we're here with the tools and support to help you move forward with confidence. Busey Bank, your partner for life's moments, both big and small. Member FDIC.
Numerous brands to choose from, endless options, one incredible experience. At Aristocrat Motors, we treat every driver like royalty and offer the finest luxury vehicle experience in Kansas City. Come see us today and let us roll out the red carpet for you.
Hey, it's almost Andy Reid. Who knew dressing up for a Halloween ball would change my life forever? Now I get to celebrate with the best fans and everything Kansas City. Oh, yeah! My journey also led me to Renner Garage Door, Casey's go-to team for garage door repair, replacement, and service since 1956. Renner features an MVP lineup from Belden, Amar, and Liftmaster.
R-E-N-N-E-R, R-E-N-N-E-R.
And we're out, back in 60.
Hey, what are you eating? Chimichurri filet mignon. It's a Factor meal.
Oh, nice. Wait, they let you eat like that in the pros?
Oh, they insist on it. A pro's work starts on the plate.
Oh, man, that does look good. Let me have a taste?
Get your own.
All right. Where do I find this? Is it factormeals.com?
Yep, and they've got a deal going on.
Oh, love a deal. I am so in.
Smart move. Pro move.
All right. Factor. Eat like a pro.
'Tis the season to be boosting on FanDuel, because this year you're getting 7 straight days of holiday rewards, each one waiting in the app for you to unwrap. Every day brings a new way to play, so keep checking in to see what drops next. And it all leads to the Christmas Day Special, where you can get something extra special. 7 days of gifts, one big finale. Your holiday football just got a whole lot brighter. Head to FanDuel.com/Alex to get in on the holiday spirit. FanDuel, play your game. FanDuel Sportsbook's the official sportsbook of 96.5 The Fan. 21 and present in Kansas. Opt-in required. Rewards are non-withdrawable. Restrictions apply, including bonus and token expiration, leg requirements, and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. FanDuel is offering online sports wagering in Kansas under an agreement with Kansas Star Casino, LLC. Gambling problem? Getting help is your best bet. Call 1-800-522-4700 or visit ksgamblinghelp.com.
Chiefs coverage brought to you by Andy's Frozen Custard. Visit eatandys.com to find the location nearest you. Top your day with a smile.
Let me tell you about my good friend Andy from Andy's Frozen Custard. He's from Kansas City, never misses a game, and serves the world's finest frozen custard. Tailgate with a pick six, or grab a freshly made custom treat before or after a game. And tell him Mitch and Andy sent you.
Here's traffic, brought to you by DM Injury Law. Have you or a loved one been in a car wreck? Contact DM Injury Law today and get the money you deserve. Car wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
This one brought to you by Buckner's Heating and Cooling. Everybody knows Buckner's is better. Near Independence, we've got a stall causing a little bit of a slow go. Left shoulder, 435 northbound just before front. A lot of onlooker delay. Now a crash 70 westbound just past 78th. Kansas side of things, right lane blocked. I'm Val with traffic on 96.5 The Fan.
Hey, it's Rashi Rice from the Kansas City Chiefs. Welcome back to The Drive with C-Dot on your home for Chiefs football. 96.5 The Fan.
Our clock is just all messed up today. It really is. It was worth it, though, for Mario's call. I don't know where this thing is that you want me to play, Nathan.
I got it. It's ready to go.
All right. Well, this is what I would like to do. I would like to update you. This is all tentatively scheduled for tomorrow. Phil Lavoda, who is the Jackson County Commissioner, he will be in studio tomorrow. I'm going to ask him, is he willing to take calls? I think it is important that you guys get a chance to talk to him. He's going to be in studio tomorrow. Tom Masterson, he is the president of the Kansas Senate. He is going to be on the show tomorrow. And the mayor of Kansas City, Mayor Quentin Lucas, is going to be on the show tomorrow. That is my last show for the week. I'm done for the week. I will then be back on Monday to talk about what I expect beatdown they are about to be handed by the Denver Broncos. But I couldn't leave y'all here this week, not with all this stuff going on. I'm here. I'm locked in. So I'm here tomorrow, and we got a very busy show tomorrow. All right, Nathan. This audio I'm going to play for you guys. This is Bob Fesco. He sat down with Clark Hunt earlier today to talk about the Chiefs moving to Kansas. Hit it, Nathan.
Well, we're here with Clark Hunt, who made a major announcement today. The Chiefs are officially moving to the great state of Kansas. How would your dad feel about all this today?
Well, I've actually thought a lot about my dad over the last several weeks and last several months as we worked through this decision. He certainly loved Arrowhead. In fact, he said it was his favorite place on earth. But he was always about the fans and what was best for them. And he was also very forward-thinking, thinking about the future. And I think he would be absolutely thrilled that we're going to build a state-of-the-art stadium that our kids, our grandkids, our grandchildren will be able to enjoy for generations.
You know, through this whole process, I thought a lot about your dad. You know, I'm one of the few left that knew him in the media now, right? And so I was thinking a lot about how would Lamar think about this? Then I thought about you. You're leaving your childhood home. How difficult was it for you to say goodbye to Arrowhead and build new?
Yeah, well, absolutely. Arrowhead's a special place for many Chiefs fans, including our family, and we all have special memories there. But this decision was really about building a place where our kids and future generations of Chiefs fans can have their own memories.
Yeah, it's awesome as we talk with Clark Hunt. So let's talk about this whole thing. How did we get here today in the state of Kansas where you're announcing the new stadium and the new facility in Olathe too?
Yeah, well, it started last year with the state of Kansas reaching out to us and saying, hey, we may have a way to finance a new facility for you. And those conversations just accelerated over the last 12 to 18 months. And they've been very intense, as you can imagine, for the last couple of months, sometimes one step forward, two steps back. But we were able to reach an agreement that works for the state of Kansas, works for the Chiefs organization, and I think will be an absolute huge win for our fans and also our employees. We just had a team meeting with our employees to tell them about the announcement.
Right.
And I think I could see the excitement on their faces about having a brand new practice facility and team headquarters.
So you guys are going to be able to do all of that. What is the structure of all of this? Who pays for what? How does this all work out? Everybody wants to know the numbers and all that.
Yeah, sure. So it's a public-private partnership, like most stadium deals are. And the state of Kansas will be paying for 60%, and our family will be paying for 40%, both of the stadium as well as the practice facility. There's also an opportunity and an obligation for some development around both facilities. That's something that was very important to Kansas. They wanted the development of mixed-use districts around both, and that's something that we're excited about being part of.
Well, I'm glad you bring that up because for a couple of years now, even longer, we've been talking about where stadiums are and what is required to support a team anymore, in the NFL or even in Major League Baseball for that matter. And that development around the stadium, the practice facility, how much does that help keep you competitive with everybody else in the NFL? People hear salary cap, but there's much more to it than that.
Yeah, that's really been a trend across all professional sports, that most facilities, arenas, stadiums have mixed-use developments around them. And it's certainly an important part of the financial equation. I also think it'll help make the game day experience better for our fans, to be able to go somewhere where there are hotels and where there are bars and restaurants that are close to the stadium.
Yeah, what about dome, retractable? What are you thinking for that?
Well, our plan is for a dome. We've not made a decision on whether it'll be retractable or not. We'll get into the design work pretty quickly. The first order of business will be to select an architect, and once we've done that, we'll get to work on that design and figuring out what will be best for the community.
And it's cool to have how many great architects here in Kansas City that can do all this. I mean, look what they did the first time around, right?
Yeah, that's exactly right. Kansas City for a long time has been really the birthplace of stadium architects, and that really goes all the way back to the development of the Truman Sports Complex back in the late 60s and 1970s. The people who worked on that helped found many of the firms that are here in Kansas City now.
When you've been traveling around, you've got what's going on just in your division alone with LA and with Las Vegas, and now Denver's coming on with new. When did you say, yeah, we do have to do this, or we're not going to be able to stay competitive?
Well, we knew that we had to do something in terms of either renovating Arrowhead or building a new stadium, because our lease is up in 5 years. So we just had hit that sort of natural timeline, and really the lead time you need to design and build a stadium is 5 years. So we were really up against the wall in terms of needing to make a decision. Certainly we're aware of what's going on around the National Football League.
Yeah.
The last several weeks I had a chance to tour Buffalo's new stadium. This past Sunday I toured the Titans' new stadium, which is going to be a dome. And as you alluded to, there are plans in Denver and in Chicago and in Washington to build new stadiums. And I think all those are going to be domes as well.
All right, what's the one cool thing Clark Hunt wants in this stadium? All right, I get to design my own. We're putting this in. What are we doing?
Well, I'll tell you the one thing that we're going to make sure is even better than it is today, and that's the tailgating.
Yeah.
So that's not the stadium specifically, but we did a survey with our fans, and they came back and said there are two things that are really important. One is we want a new stadium to be loud. And secondly, we want the tailgating experience to be what it is today. So we're going to work hard to even do better than we have today.
How do we do better at tailgating?
We're going to take it to another level.
So now that this has been announced, what's next? How is this process going to work forward? Because I think this is going to be for the next 5 years. Everybody wanting information every day on what's going on.
Yeah, and initially I think the information is going to come a little bit slowly because we do have to select an architect. We don't even have renderings of the stadium because this agreement with Kansas is so new. So that'll be the first order of business, is to get an architect on board. Soon after that, a contractor, and then get to work on the design work and then the construction cycle, which really needs to start in about 2 years.
What about the practice facility? What are the plans for that involving Olathe School District and the city of Olathe? What's all going to happen down there?
Yeah, so we've already had conversations with the school district about potentially having a football stadium. on the development, and also our youth recreation center. So those will be key parts of the development. I'm really excited about that. Just that overall mixed use development. I think it's going to be a great place for our players, coaches, and employees to go to work, and I think it's going to be a great place for the citizens of Johnson County to go and enjoy a day.
So we're talking basically the Star that's down in Dallas being up here in Kansas, essentially.
Yes, I think there are two really good models in the NFL in terms of mixed-use developments. One is the Star, where the Cowboys practice, and the other one would be the Vikings
is awesome
facility. Yeah.
That's a pretty cool spot up there.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations. We've reached the beginning or the end. I don't know how you want to phrase that,
We're
right?
going to say the beginning.
The beginning,
Yeah,
yes.
right.
Clark Hunt, the Chiefs are officially moving to the state of Kansas.
I was Bob Fesco earlier today talking with the owner of the Kansas City Chiefs. Certainly a lot to react to. We got one more segment left in the show. We can take your phone calls, 913-586-7965. We also have a pretty fun Monday night game coming up later today as well between San Francisco and Indianapolis. It is Phillip Rivers Day. Keep it locked in right here. It's The Drive.
The Drive with Carrington Harrison, a show that prides itself on getting it right.
I don't know what I'm talking about.
Brought to you by DM Injury Law. Have you or a loved one been in a car wreck? Contact DM Injury Law today and get the money you deserve. Car wreck? Remember, Mike's got this. 96.5, The Fan.
Great news, Nick. Legacy boxes are still in stock. With Christmas just around the corner, there's still time to buy the best Christmas gift ever. Legacy Box.
That's right, Adam. Order today and Legacy Box ships immediately. It'll arrive ready to wrap and place under the tree.
Gather the family together this Christmas and collect all your old VHS and camcorder tapes, slides, pictures, and film reels. Then you can binge on the good old days.
From fading over time to risks like fire and water damage, your memories aren't protected unless they're on a digital format. Legacy Box helps you replay those great moments from the past, from Christmas morning to your wedding day.
Legacy Box is the world's largest digitizer of home movies and photos. All the work is done right here in the USA, and over 1 million customers have trusted Legacy Box.
This Christmas is the time to digitize. Visit legacybox.com/value for exclusive holiday savings. That's legacybox.com/value for last-minute shopping. legacybox.com/value.
Hi, I'm Emily, your friend and jeweler at Shane Company, where a small box with a burgundy bow will help you win the holidays. As an in-house designer, I love creating meaningful, fine jewelry gifts. Choose a necklace with a gorgeous infinity charm to symbolize your everlasting love. Or go for a personalized piece with an engraving, their zodiac sign, favorite color gemstone, or their initial accented with pave diamonds. Because a friend wants you to be a holiday hero. Stop by or shop now at shaneco.com. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
Shopping for a new Ford? Go where it's easy. Rob Sight Ford. Non-commissioned staff, huge trade-in values, and Kansas City's top-rated Ford dealer. Rob Sight Ford. ROBSIGHT.com.
Tis the season to be boosting on FanDuel because this year you're getting 7 straight days of holiday rewards, each one waiting in the app for you to unwrap. Every day brings a new way to play, so keep checking in to see what dropped next. And it all leads to the Christmas Day special, where you get something extra special. 7 days of gifts, one big finale. Your holiday football just got a whole lot brighter. So head over to FanDuel.com, use my promo code KFNZ, and get into the holiday spirit. Every day brings a new way to play, so keep checking in to see what dropped next. FanDuel, play your game. FanDuel is the official sportsbook partner of 96.5 The Fan. 21 and present in Kansas. Opt-in required. Rewards are non-withdrawable. Restrictions apply, including bonus and token expiration, leg requirements, and max wager amounts. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. FanDuel is offering online sports wagering in Kansas under agreement with Kansas Casino LLC. Gambling problem? Get out with your best bet. Call 1-800-522-4700. Visit kansasgamblinghelp.com.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code FRESH to get an extra 35 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code FRESH for a 35 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code FRESH for a 35 cents per gallon bonus.
What's up, football fans? Picture this. You bet on your favorite player to score the first touchdown in the game, but his teammate scores instead. If this happens, BetMGM wants to give you another chance at the end zone. With BetMGM's second chance promotion, you'll get your stake back if your first touchdown scorer scores second instead. That's right. Bet on any pro football player to score the first touchdown of the game. If you're right, you win. If your player scores second, you get your stake back in cash. With BetMGM's second chance offer, you have a chance to keep the fun going after the first player crosses the goal line. Try a first touchdown scorer wager with confidence today. BetMGM. Make it legendary. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 years of age or older. This specific promotional offer is not available in Mississippi, Pennsylvania, Puerto Rico, or Ontario. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Available in the U.S. 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369 in New York. In Arizona, 1-800-NEXT-APP. In Massachusetts, 1-800-327-5050. 1-800-BETS-OFF in Iowa. 1-800-981-0023 in Puerto Rico. Existing customer offer. Subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards paid back in unrestricted withdrawable funds. In partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel.
This season, enjoy stress-free comfort with easy booking and trusted service from Anthony. Save up to $4,500 on a new high-efficiency HVAC system. Schedule today at anthonyphce.com.
You're listening to 96.5 The Fan from the DM Injury Law Studios. Mike's got this.
Hey, it's Trent McDuffie from the Kansas City Chiefs. Welcome back to The Drive with C-Dot on your home for Chiefs football. 96.5 The Fan.
Someone on the text line says, C-Dot, do you ever listen back and laugh at your voice when you read the FanDuel ad? I hate reading the disclaimer. I really do. It's one of the least favorite parts of the job. I hate it. I really do. I don't like it. I can't express enough how much I dislike it. I understand that today was really important and we didn't have time. I really wanted us to have time to talk about DK Metcalf just going up to a fan and just punching him. My brother, you can't do that. I'm sitting there watching the game and just DK Metcalf he leaves the sideline area. He goes up to this Lions fan in a blue wig and he punches him 2 times. What did you think the outcome was going to be? It's 2025. You didn't think we were going to see you? Brother, it's cameras all around. It's everybody has a camera in their pocket. You thought you were going to punch this guy and we weren't going to see it? It's just confusing, man. Everything about it's confusing. Someone texted in, C-Dot, you guys didn't talk a lot about the Chiefs today. You mean like the game?
What game?
If we had to talk about that game today, I wouldn't be here. I'm 100% serious. I wouldn't be here today. If that was the plan for me to talk about that football game yesterday, I would have just taken off. I'd have let Nathan have it, man. Get those reps. Those reps are important.
Get the Chris Oladokun takes. Fire him
for
off.
Sure. I can't imagine. Some of you watched that whole game. You got a level of loyalty to the Chiefs that I can't explain. I'll never watch that Chris. What's the guy's name? How you pronounce his name?
They said it 4 different ways in the broadcast yesterday. Oladokun is what I thought it was.
I've never seen that man throw a pass in my entire life. Not one time. Oh, what about preseason? Are you not hearing me? I've never seen that man throw a pass in my entire life. I wasn't going to plan on doing it. It was Sunday and it was 50 degrees outside in December. You think I was inside watching Chris Oladokun?
He's now going to be backed up by Shane Buechele. He was Chris Oladokun before Chris Oladokun. Thursday will be fun.
How do you pronounce his name?
Buechele or Oladokun?
I know how to pronounce Shane Buechele.
Chris Oladokun.
Oh, okay. Y'all got it. See that? You sound down bad right now. No. The last segment's just I'm done. I got to have energy. If it was 2:30, I have a different level of energy. 5:52. This is what you get. That's all I got right now. Tomorrow is, somebody said, C-Dot, I lost money on that game. I'm here telling you right now, if you bet on Chiefs and Titans, you got to call that phone number. 1-800-bets off. You have a problem, brother. A problem. You're sick if you put real American currency on that game yesterday. Clark Hunt, Mitch Holtz is coming up next. We got a busy show tomorrow. Keep it locked in. 96.5 The Fan.
The Drive with C-Dot. Tune in as Nate Taylor of